Welcome, everybody, to the Echo Arena Season 5 postseason pre-show. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I will be your host in this afternoon's discussion inside our fantastic custom casting arena here, curated by the lovely Newton Dad, who's on the desk. And we'll start with you, Newton, at the opposite end of the desk. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. This is what the whole buildup is about, and I couldn't be more stoked about seeing how this thing plays out and how the day progresses, the weekend progresses. The hype is real, and the work that's been put in is absolutely real. Oh. So just kick back and enjoy, and this is going to be a heck of a weekend.
Yeah, they're going to see a little bit of that later in this pre-show, a little teaser, if you will, at what is to come. I don't want to spoil that just yet, but there's a lot of cool stuff in the works by the fantastic team within our production squad, the creation team. Psychaotic, going down the line. How are you doing this afternoon? It is finally here, the postseason.
Hey, and it could not have come soon enough. It has been a long season. These teams have been fighting so hard to get to the position that they are in today, to have the right to fight for a title, fight for some prizes today. And I'm so excited to see everything lead up to this.
Absolutely. And last but not least, the wonderful Offbeat. How are you doing today, Offbeat?
I'm doing great. I have had this weekend marked on my calendar, been throwing any other plans friends or family tried to schedule all around this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it has been 15 weeks of regular season gameplay to get us here. 15 weeks of some of these teams playing each other up to 3 times now over the course of the regular season. I mean, when you're talking about the master tier, we're talking about the best of the best. I mean, Offbeat, what does the dedication look like from these teams? How often are they playing? How often do they scrim? I mean, is it every day sort of thing?
As a gold player myself, I absolutely have been in this situation where I've been playing. You have to be, right? You have to be playing relatively consistently if you want to continue to compete here, because with the pace, this is still a relatively new game as esports go, right? So it is one of those things that the peak has not materialized, right? We see players there at the top of their games, but they're not at the peak of what the game could be. So everyone in the master tier and in, diamond, platinum, everyone is going to be constantly getting better and better each week, each season. So if you're not matching that pace, you're going to find yourself falling behind. And we've seen that with some teams across divisions in Master, who have been at Master, but just because they haven't been getting better at the same pace as some of these other teams, they fall behind and they, they lose their Master spots. And so absolutely every team who's in here is in here because they've kept up that consistency, they've kept up the practice, they've kept up their skills, and they've grown as players and as teams.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the excitement that leads us up to this. I mean, I know, Syke, you've cast plenty of games this regular season. I think it's been some of the more exciting competition I've been able to tune into over the course of regular season.
It has. I've been around since season 3, and every season teams have gotten better than the last. Just as Offbeat is saying, teams are continuing to develop the meta. They're continuing to develop as players, new strategies, new things emerging within teams as they continue to grow and develop. And the thing is, it has to be that way. They have to continue on that pace because, just as Offbeat was saying, if they do not, there are new players, there are new teams coming up from under them that are happy to take their spot if they're not hungry for it the same way they are. We've seen in all 3 regions this season, we've seen some new names, some new faces, some new teams get up into the higher ranks that have caught our eye. And the teams here tonight and on this stage have really had to fight for that position.
Yeah, speaking of fighting for the position, let's talk about the EU Challenger Cup here that we watched just last weekend. A fantastic battle of the top 8 teams in the top 6 teams in regular season and the bottom 2 in Master Tier. A final moment to get your chance at competing in what is now this postseason, where the top 10 teams face off against each other. And we saw both Typhon and Dauntless come out on top. I mean, Offbeat, talk to me about the overall feel of that Challenger Cup, because I had some of the more crazy games to be casting there in that Challenger Cup. I mean, matches down to the final second, literally.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was there. I was fortunate to get to call some of the games on the first day of the weekend, and was able to watch some of them in the second. It was an incredibly tight tournament. We kind of saw all around as we saw Typhon and Dauntless come out on top. 2 teams that, Typhon, we were kind of expecting to see here moving on. They're a team that's been at Master, and like we were saying before, when you're at that Master level, you get to play against Master level teams very regularly, and it kind of helps you all kind of improve together. Dauntless, though, coming in, they were the 4th seed in that tournament, fighting to get that Master spot, and definitely had to, overcome a lot to earn that spot. They had some incredibly hard-fought games, taking it all the way through the final tournament, including needing to win out 3 games in a row on the last day, doing that in incredible fashion against Quackheads, Donda Academy, and the Fireballs. The Fireballs, a team that we have seen at Master on a number of occasions. So, incredibly good job by them to work their way through and get to this round. But that being said, it's not going to be easy for them coming in here because you get that last seed, but that's just it. You're the last seed, which means you are immediately coming in and you are facing down the top that EU has to offer.
Yeah, Newton Dad, let's talk about it, right? Typhon's first matchup is going to be up against the likes of Koi, a team that is used to the Master Tier, a team that we can expect to become, like Offbeat said, ready for Typhon. Are they going to be able to square up against their first Master Tier challenger and have a fair shake?
I mean, wow! I wouldn't want to be taking on that task if I was personally in that seat. Typhon's worked really hard to get where they are, but yeah, the first game is always the hardest one to get. You got the stress of facing finals. You're facing Koi. Koi is ranked 8 seed in the tourney, so you at least have it's a fair game. It's your closest matchup you're probably going to have all day, so you have the best chance of moving forward. Unfortunately, the reward of that is in the next round, and it's very unfortunate. We'll get to that point in a minute, but yeah, for that team, it can be a kind of an uphill downhill sort of thing concurrently.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't talk about it, but we got to talk about the pressure that these teams are feeling here this afternoon, right? Because it is a $11,620 total prize pool on the line here for these squads. Obviously, that's distributed between EU and NA. So first place has, what is it? I think, let's look at the distribution here, 1,600 USD in cash on the line here. So a lot to be going for this weekend, right? Talking about this weekend, the other matchup that'll be going on at the start of today. We have two channels live. This one and Onward_VR Master, or excuse me, Echo Arena _VR Master League 2. Freudian slip. That will be team versus Dauntless. I mean, again, when you look at the Dauntless roster, they just came out of the Challenger Cup. They came out of that losers bracket. I mean, Sai, are they gonna be able to continue to persevere through what is going to be their ranked 7 seed team? Yeah, I know.
I mean, all bets are off, man, in a tournament. Yeah. Like last weekend with the Challenger Cup, we, coming in as the 2nd seed Synergy, I just want to talk about them for a second. They were out in 2. That was not what anybody expected. 2 matches and they were done. Granted, I know they had some roster issues, they had some personal issues. It happens, right. But nobody, you don't know what happens in these tournaments because there's so much going into it more than just who you're playing at that exact moment. Like you touched on earlier, there are ups and downs. There are momentum battles. Your own exhaustion after a couple of matches you're fighting against. So there is no, hey, this team beat this team 2 weeks ago, so that's probably how it's going to go. It's, okay, maybe this is a slight indicator, but let's look at X, Y, Z factors that have also gone into this. So yeah, 7 against 10, probably going to be a close game, but who knows?
That's the beauty of the tournament scene, right? You just don't, there's the dark horse option. Speaking of, maybe not necessarily a dark horse, maybe if anything, a favorite, and of that discussion that we were kind of getting into earlier with teams that are kind of improving and maybe nudging out some of the old top. Vertigo here, seeded number 1, a split off of Team Gravity, offbeat. I mean, talk to me about this team and how you think they're going to be squaring off today.
Yeah, it's absolutely an interesting thing to watch because, yeah, Team Gravity coming in here is they were 7-2 in this final cycle here, which is still a very good, really very good, respectable thing, right? Yeah. You're placing number 3 in all of EU, which is really incredible. But Team Gravity, in name, on paper, are the defending champions here, right? You've got the team, the team that's kind of been a legacy team that's always been here, always been in contention, but now have slipped down to 3rd place right now, behind both Vertigo and Blast. And really, that's because kind of we saw a bit of a split in the offseason here between the players that are currently on Team Gravity and on Vertigo now. And Vertigo, so far through the season, has really looked to have come out on the top end, on the better end of that deal. As you know, they're 9-0 here. They've kind of been fairly dominant as the season especially as this last cycle has progressed, as they've been taking scores like we've got 50 points up in a 2-round win, 40 points, 50 points, 40 points, and they've just kind of routinely been rolling here. There have only been a couple of really close games, and those close ones have been against Gravity, but even then, they're not super close. So Vertigo is absolutely coming in here as the team to beat. They are the team with the biggest target on their backs. But, there is a reason for that. They have consistently shown high-quality play, and at this level, it really is about that. It's consistency. And can that consistency pull through for them here in the final?
Round 2 going to consist of these teams, and we're going to have 3 games live when that happens. So there will be 3 channels live. That's across this channel right here, twitch.tv/VR Master League, but also Echo Arena _VRML 2 and 3. So keep your eyes peeled across all of these channels throughout today, because rounds 2 and 3 will have 3 channels live, and then when we get into the final round of the day, round 4, that will be on isolated to just 2 channels. So again, have your multi-show up, have it all up. Scuffed vs. Phantoms, another matchup that we'll be taking a look at here in that second round. A team that's seeded 4th and 5th, respectively. Newton Dad, talk to me a little bit about these squads. This should be a pretty meaty matchup, right? You're talking about the heart of the Master Tier.
Yeah, indeed. These guys are all very seasoned players at this rank in the of the rosters. The EU they tend to, I think they basically scrambled the deck this season, honestly, and a lot of players kind of shot off in many directions and reformed. And Scuffed is one of those teams that has kind of been quietly chipping away at success. Scuffed's playing against Phantoms. Phantoms, if you look at their roster. 1 second here. Let me bring that up. Doing double duties here.
Yeah. No, please.
And Phantoms being the team, Locky, Watchdog, Winter, Frogio. Again, names. Both of these sides. The names are all very familiar if you've been watching EU teams play. This is the 4 and 5 seed. This is pretty much where the skills gap begins to develop in the master tier of EU, right in this spot. So these teams are extremely close, and this will probably be one of those game of the day sort of situations of today's first round.
Yeah,
I imagine. Cut in really fast.
Sure.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. I do, because I wanted to talk about this and then forgot to mention it before we went live. Phantoms, talking about that roster: Winter, Frogio, Locky, Watchdog, Owen, Tom. You know who's missing? Maza and Winter are notorious in the Master League over in EU for being that power stack. Casting them, watching them, I've seen them run circles around people. They are the chocolate and sweet tooth of EU. And to see Phantoms coming into finals without that stack ready at the helm of that team, I don't know. I don't know. Granted, since Maza has left, we've seen a couple of games from them. They've played really solid. They are still master level. Don't get me wrong, but without that stack, I am interested to see how these matchups go as they take on teams that they had previously beaten with that stack. Will they be able to do it again? Don't know.
We've talked about a couple of these squads already, but Blast we have not gotten to. Second seed in the entirety of EU here. So certainly another one of those predictable powerhouses this afternoon, going up against the winner of Team versus Dauntless. I mean, do you anticipate Blast to be moving on here, Offbeat? Do you see them at least getting into that third round?
I absolutely do, right? They're a number 2 seed, and they're a number 2 seed for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So they're coming in here. They've got an 8-1 run in the last cycle. Their only loss coming to the powerhouse Vertigo, as we were saying before, and kind of across the board, they've also been putting up very good scores. With the exception of Gravity and Vertigo, they've been pretty up and away the dominant team in any matches they've been in before. Plus, you got to look at who they're going to be playing in that round. You're going to be facing either number 7 seed team or the number 10 seed Dauntless, and they have an incredible track record against both those teams. I would be very shocked if we didn't see Blast moving on, but hey, Dauntless is going to be coming in here with some momentum out of that Challenger Cup where they pulled some upsets there before. So it's not a write-off. Dauntless or team still have a very big mountain to surmount. But I think Blast should feel fairly comfortable here to move on to the round 3 and get that spot.
We're running out of time, so I got to get through it quick. Team Gravity and Men, the final matchup of the afternoon. Men, I think, working through Cycle 2 Challenger Cup, if I'm not mistaken, when I went back and looked at it. But Team Gravity, obviously a squad that we've talked about. I mean, we very well could see Blast and Team Gravity in round 3 this afternoon. Psych, that would be a pretty hype matchup, I imagine.
Yeah. Blast and Gravity would be an incredibly hyped up match, but Gravity's got to get through Men first. I want to talk about that one. Men have been, I feel like the dark horse of Master Tier, where they fought in the Challenger Cup of Cycle 1, they got their way up in Cycle 2, and they're I don't want to say it this way, but a little bit inconsistent. And, they have some rough days, but when they're on it, that's what I want to talk about. When they are on it and they are firing on all cylinders, Men are a threat. They are a really, really solid team. And if Gravity is not prepared to handle Men at their best, they're going to find themselves with a surprise and maybe struggling to come back after Men have taken that surprising lead early on. So that is going to be a really good match to watch because, Gravity, we know who they are. They are an established team, but Men, a newer team this season, some familiar faces, but a newer team, and I'm excited to see how that match goes. But the winner of that, as you brought up, gonna have to take on Blast. And I don't know how we can't talk about Gravity and Vertigo. Well, presuming Blast wins. My bad, Team and Dauntless. But honestly, if Team or Dauntless beats Blast, that's even scarier because then they have beaten Blast. That means they're better than Blast. But whoever comes out of that match 6 to take on the winner of Team Gravity and Men is going to be interesting. And if it is Blast, That is going to be an electric matchup, because we talked about Vertigo and we talked about Gravity and how, those teams split and then they're that. But Blast in the rankings this cycle have found themselves nested between Vertigo and Gravity. So they are on the same caliber as those teams. They are also going to be a threat to watch.
Want to give us a little time to break out here. So the final predictions, we'll go down the line real quick, one at a time. Starting with Newton Dad, not me, obviously. So Newton Dad, who do you think is going to be our top 4? Who do you think is going to be moving on here for tomorrow? Because obviously today is not all of the games. We're going to be eliminating 4 teams, but still there's going to be 4 left, and then we have the finals tomorrow. So who do you see here being 4?
My 4, Vertigo, Blast, Gravity, and I'm taking the Dark Horse Phantoms.
Okay. Down to Psych. Who you got for 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay, so Vertigo, Blast, Gravity. I think I gotta go Scuffed, man. They've shown some solid stuff later in the cycle.
Okay. Offbeat. Who you got?
I hate to do the nice predictable thing, but I am going to do that because, these early ones, you do end up with those high seeds against the low seeds. I'm going down the board. The one I would consider would be the Scuffed Phantoms, but I have to default to Psycha's Wisdom, who's calling out the stack of Phantoms not quite being, the top tier that it once was, and so I'm going to have to stick with Vertigo, Gravity, Blast, Scuffed.
Okay. We are going to be cutting to a brief intermission here, about 5 minutes long. And when we come back, we are going to be diving into round number 1 of this final postseason matchups. It is hype time. Everyone get your popcorn ready, get your snacks ready. You got a few minutes. When we come back, it is Echo Arena Season 5.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Retep will figure out his mic, but we are here. We're live on venues. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I am Offbeat. I will be sidelining for this first game, but we're all going to mix it up. We're all going to take turns at the different spots. So thank you so much for joining here. I'm Offbeat. I'm here with Psychotic. We got Retep Worm. We've got Newton Dad on the cams, and we are here to bring you some EU finals. Retep, you look like you're a man who's got everything figured out, specifically microphones.
I absolutely am. No problems here. You got to start off something exciting, haven't you? And I started off by unplugging the microphone right as we came in, because you know why though? Is because I was watching those intros roll in, and I was like, man, they're cool. Man, I've been seeing them being developed over these few weeks for these finals, and they are insane. Like the amount of stuff's coming out of this, the interviews, these videos here, the rosters that are on screen. Everything is so clean. They worked so hard for this, because this is the finals here, Season 5, the very first games for EU. First, we have Koi versus Typhon. And it's going to be a really good matchup. These two Titan teams playing, they're both so strong. Typhon having just fought their way so well through that Master Tier qualifiers and the Challenger Cup. And then Koi being a nice sitting above to waiting above there, looking very strong as they've been. But honestly, I'm so pumped to see how they go off against each other. See this game kick off and see which team is going to be staying up, which team is going down to the loser bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's really interesting for me because Typhon, of course, were in danger of losing this spot in Master pending that Challenger Cup round, but they were absolutely dominant in that Challenger Cup round, right? So even though Koi is coming in as the higher seed here, Typhon really has done a great job of kind of showing that they really belong here in the Master Group and are going to have a ton of momentum coming into here based off of how they were rolling there, right? So I think this is going to be a really interesting game. If I were a betting man, like, I'm a little biased because I just saw Typhon roll last weekend, and, you know, it's been a little while. Though, we should consider that the last time these guys did play, it was Koi taking that 34-21. So you've got, right, what do we have? The old historical game, or do we have, you know, the way momentum's been turning? It's going to be tough to say. Psycho, what do you think is going to come out on top on this one?
I'm with you, man. I don't know. I also watched the Challenger Cup last weekend. We saw Typhon go completely undefeated that entire tournament. They swept their way up the winner's bracket, and they were not taking no for an answer. They kept their spot. They wanted to be here in finals. But it's a new day. It's a new game, and now they are no longer playing, you know, the talent level of the Challenger Cup. They are playing the talent level of the Master Tier. And so while I think they might have a little bit of momentum coming in with them after that win in the Challenger Cup, they're still going to have to play incredibly strong if they want to fight on this stage against a team like Koi.
Well, the thing, there is only one place in the standings between these two teams now. Koi being over there 8th, Typhon over 9th. It's not much. It is not much different. Honestly, I think this could be a really close game, like to the wire here. Typhon's done some incredible things over the seasons to improve, get better and better every single season, to go from a ladder team up into a master team they are now. And you know, they were starting off like season 3, I believe they were first fighting it out. Yeah, being here now at this level, playing here at Master, they can learn quickly. They've shown they can learn very quickly and change things very fast. Koi being, you know, a team that has also been around a long time, but the roster's not been as consistent in that time. I think they absolutely can do it. I think that both sides are going to be pulling out all new tricks here. Things they've been working on over the season in this finals, and I think everything's going to really depend on if they can get those. We've seen a lot. Counter QBs. Is it going to be crucial? Is it going to be everything that changes it? We'll have to find out, because we are going in right now. The first joust is going to come out, and who is going to take this one away?
Man, I don't know, but let's find out. That first touch gonna go to Koi, specifically Leonardo, sending this one down low, connecting with Senna, who gets the block on Game Tech. Leonardo gonna get this one picked up and walk it backwards under some pressure from Game Tech. He will connect with Senna. Senna now under that same pressure, sends it on back to Leonardo. Leonardo in the trench, playing this slow and calm. This is some good patience. Now to Senna, up high into the hands of Just Elmo, and Just Elmo just gonna get it done. The first 2 points of EU Finals will go to Koi.
I'm telling you, Typhon are a strong team now. They have energy, they have aggression. Yeah, it is definitely the very start of the game, right? Nothing's too cool here. It's too early to say anything, but we'll say that, regardless of what they're doing, it is going to be a tough matchup both sides. I think the teams are currently obviously on the wrong side at the minute on screen. We'll get the fix in just a second, but Koi is in fact on blue, and there they go. Typhon on orange, taking their first goal of the game, the first 3-pointer, coming out hot, coming out strong as they do get that one in for a nice free that does put them back in the lead.
Really solid stuff here from Typhon. Not letting that first 2 points from Koi mean anything. Coming back with a just strong 3-pointer of their own very quickly is always what you want to see. And they're maybe looking for more as Andu sends this one through. But that stack, oh my, that stack from Koi. Look at them go. Mosh sending this one in. Open goal, but Leonardo going to put this one just a little bit high. Bouncing out now into the hands of Just Elmo. Quick reset, gets picked off by that stack. Typhon is looking for it. They're going to have it up in the popcorn area. Sock with it now, dropping low, sending it through. Here comes the stack, but oh no, they will overshoot it at first. It is still Game Tech getting there, but a quick pocket pick by Senna, and Senna looking to get this one sent on through.
Oh, that backstack work there from Typhon recovers that disc. It's a great defense from Koi. But then they do recover again. They're working it up. No! They beat! Oh, it is going to be a break check as they get some stunned away. The recovery is there, but it is rushed now. And so it is going to be Koi taking that one back. Losing the disc again so far. Early games, but a lot of mistakes being made. A lot of pressure on both these teams right now. And as everyone charges the disc once again, this time Koi goes for the clear. Does not get it through. And it's recovered once again for the third time in a row. Maybe even the fourth by Typhon.
My. Oh, I thought that was in for a second, but yeah, I mean, Koi struggling a little bit with the clears. Typhon is killing it on the back line. They've either got the lane open or forcing Koi to hit these geos, but finally, Senna finds its way through, bouncing high, now down low. Leonardo not going to be able to grab it. Instead, it is recovered by Sock and sent right on back through the tunnel. The stacks together. It is Toes' open goal, and oh my goodness, Leonardo getting home just in time. Oh, a stun battle coming through, but Mosh comes away with it and gets it cleared.
There's been a lot of turnovers so far this game. A lot of turnovers. Both sides are playing very aggressively, very quickly. And there's another one right there. As there must have been like 20 turnovers right now, as they are currently struggling to keep hold of this disc under the pressure. Another missed disc means it's turned over once again back to the side of Typhon, who's going to look to get it cleared. Passing up Sock. Sock getting an open tunnel, and that means it is going to be going all the way upfield. Their stacks chase it down. Can they get there in time? They do, but just get it all barely. And do with the disc. Passing up shield. Oh, Toes, take your time. Under pressure. Shoots behind the goal. Juking in, and they take it in. Sock slides in and gets that one in now. 5-2.
Yeah, both of these teams had some early goals, within a minute, but that goal time, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. These teams are keeping each other in check. They have slowed down the pace. They're still trying to figure each other out. As we hit the 6-minute mark in this round, we will see how Koi answers back. Just Elmo sending this one down low to Mosh. Oh no, that pass not quite going to work out. It is loose in the midfield, recovered and slapped through here by Andu, and what a slap all the way down into the bubble. Open goal. Oh no, they overshoot it. It is going to give Koi time to get home. Sock with it now, not able to get the job done as Senna picks that one off and sends it through.
Sending it back. There's an open goal opportunity for Senna, but they have to go around the block. This goal is now covered up. But yeah, these guys definitely are doing this sort of a lot of this clear and boost in the minute. Not many passes. They're trying to get the disc out as fast as they can to go chasing it upfield. There's another clear coming out, but again, the stack is there from Koi. You got to be really careful those clear and boosts, because the enemy team with their stack means it can often be a 50-50 of whether you get that disc in time. And with how set up both teams are with their back stacks, it's really not looking like they can recover, and they need to maybe work things back to more of a passing game, avoiding these clears. Oh, but here comes the attack. Elmo 1-on-1, the goal, the stun comes out, and so does the ding.
Oh no, you can't have those. I mean, thankfully for Koi, they're still going to get the points in the end with a very quick recovery, Mosh to Senna. But I mean, at this stage, at this level, in games like these, you can't have those. But Typhon, I just want to shout out that stack real quick that was running around in the midfield, forcing those passes by Koi, and they could not get broken apart despite Koi's efforts. So if Typhon continues that, we are in for one heck of a game. But Sock, oh my goodness, long mail slot attempt going to go a bit wide, recovered here by Senna. The stacks are away. A leech by Andu means he gets there first, whipping that one toward the goal,
so
just a smidge wide, but they will have another chance. The cut over to Game Tech is a little bit scuffed, unfortunately, so it's going to be another turnover, another pickup. Sock over to Andu. Andu on the floor, driving in. One more cut to Game Tech, and Game Tech gotta get 2 points here for Typhon.
Another 2 points coming out as they are now bringing that lead back once again. Nice 3 points up. Typhon looking real strong in this first bit, but both teams still battling with that issue of the clear and the boost and the collection turnovers all over the shop. It really could change very fast if one team can work that out as they pass upfield. Working around now. Looking to get an attack going. They spin around, but the stun comes out at the last moment. Trying to hit it behind. Leonardo takes the disc again, but again, scramble comes out. They're able to get that clear through. Just going up. Not quite clear. In time to Andu, who passed upfield to Sock. And no, the bounce off the boot. Sock and the boot not quite connecting together. Unfortunately, it is going to be get back there to Game Tech, though, for once again, another turnover.
Typhon is killing it on the back line and shutting down all of those clear lanes. I mean, you can see just in Elmo's body language, scanning for a lane, couldn't find one, and just ran out of time, had to chuck it away, and Typhon was very quick to capitalize on that, turning it around once again. But now Koi has it, gets this one set to the mid, but not through because Game Tech is there, and Game Tech will get the 3-pointer. My goodness, Typhon on a roll right now, up 10-4.
Yeah, 10-4. Okay. This is looking like Typhon are really in a strong position to take this first round away. But still, again, both sides are still deploying this clear and boost strategy. And both sides are also countering it really well. I mean, this really could change so much if someone changes that. As they do come in for the disc once again. There's Typhon taking that disc back once again. Another clear and collect that turns into a turnover. Recovery though. Elmo, the goal's open. Leonardo misses the disc. It's a slivery one today. But they do get that one in. A nice recovery. Mosh shoots that one, and now 2 minutes to go, 4 points down.
If they didn't score off that drive, I would have been in physical pain because we have all been there. The open cut pass just goes a little bit wide. It never feels good, but it doesn't matter. Koi still recovers, gets the points, and that is what they needed because they are still down by 4. Granted, there are 2 minutes left, and that is plenty of time to get back from that, from that lead. But they've got to start moving quickly and keeping an eye on the clock. And this might not be a good way to start. Oh, that was close, but Mosh getting there, getting it sent over to just Elmo in the tunnel. Elmo walking this one forward. Great cross over to Leonardo. Not open, so he'll go back to Senna. Senna looking for Leonardo once again, and Leonardo not able to find that bottom pocket he was eyeing up. But it will be just Elmo recovering, sending it back to Mosh on the back line. Up high now into the hands of Leonardo once again. Leonardo, one more pass over to just Elmo, and just Elmo gonna get it done. The 18 from 8 meters out. Oh no, 8-meter three. But hey, you know what? Points are points, and that's what they need.
That's absolutely what they need, and that could be significant here. They have 1 minute 15. 1 minute 15 to get the one more goal that Koi needs to maybe get this round back in the bag. And obviously counter that, Typhon just needs to hold out for 1 minute as they shoot past that one. Not quite able to get their hands on it, but they do recover at the end. No, they don't. It's Typhon, the last second recovery. Trying to get it cleared. There is going to be Koi with the recovery, but not going to get out again. Sock, but again, turned over, back and forth now. With 45 seconds to go, this could be bad. They take the disc. They lose it to a stun as Typhon does recover once again. No, Koi with the disc. 40 seconds to go. And they still are trying to get this tacked. They only need a single goal.
They have got to get that stack stunned out. I mean, the amount of pressure being put on them right now. See, just like that, reading that next pass before they even know where the next pass is going. They cannot continue to do that here in this round and in the future rounds. Oh my goodness. Game Tech, you can't do that. They have families. But Game Tech putting in the 46-meter shot. Oh my goodness, that will be the ice for this round. It is just a matter of, what could happen with these final 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Let's see. 2 seconds to what? And it wasn't enough. And that is going to be the round. Very close to the wire there with that last 3-pointer from Typhon, stealing that one in the bag. But it was a close game. It was a close back and forth. Tell us, Offbeat, what did you see? Eye in the sky.
Okay. I'm sure both these teams are very glad that they're starting out with this match instead of jumping right into that eventual second match, which would be against Vertigo if they won this one. Because honestly, these two teams came out of here pretty sloppy. We saw a ton of turnovers. We saw a lot of clears that weren't getting through. But then as the game progressed, we saw both teams kind of step up their game. Typhon got in there first. Typhon was the first one to start getting themselves collected. They went on that scoring run early on, but then after that, Koi got themselves together and started getting back, right? So we've had two teams that have kind of took that first round, ramped up to their A games, and now I'm interested to see how they do kind of once they've gotten here. That incredible 3 to end off the round was really, really something. But, you know, you got to be good to be lucky, and you got to be lucky to be good, right? If you don't give yourself those opportunities, they'll never happen. And so, yeah, it was a great defensive stand there by Typhon at the end to hold it off. They let Koi get a little close there with a couple of points kind of closing that one out. But yeah, very close first match, and I think now is when we'll really start to see what these teams are made of now that they're all fully warmed up.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we absolutely could be seeing a very, very different game. It'll be key in these 30 seconds. Beautiful analysis as ever. Offbeat. Beautiful, man. But here we go again. Coming in with the disc is going to be taking that one in hand. Koi with the first attack. Oh, losing the disc. Passing it back. Elmo goes for a shot again. And the second one is the shot. Koi takes that one in. Elmo again the first 2 points of round 2.
That was some awesome movement there by Koi. Under pressure in the bubble, barely getting those passes off, but they find a way to get it to the right man with the right momentum toward the goal and get those 2 points, which is what they needed after, you know, dropping that first round. But we'll see, because here comes Typhon. This pass going to go to Sock. Sock looking down low into the hands of Andu, and you cannot give those man those lanes, but oh my! A rare miss coming out from Andu off the rim. They will keep the possession as Sock gets that interception. Now into the hands of Game Tech. He gets his pocket picked by Leonardo. Leonardo will find this clear. That's going to bounce down low toward the middle. Where are the stacks? Everybody overshooting this one at first, but it is Elmo getting there in the end. Now into the hands of Leonardo. One more cut to Mosh, and Mosh, the man, will get another 2.
Oh, man. Okay, Koi want this round. They've turned things around. They're passing, they're getting clean attacks, they're recovering the disc, and they are shooting hard at the goal. Typhon on the back foot in the first 1 minute here. Looks really clean. And they are going to go for again. Oh, I really thought that counter QB would have that one in hand, but it is the back stack who takes it anyway. And like that, it's turned around almost immediately. Typhon now need to recover it, but it is bouncing up and handling Leonardo. The shot over goal, just missing pass. But recovery once again. Leonardo, no, just losing it to Sock. Thank you. By themselves with a new lease of life. Never mind. Mosh, open goal. And they're going to take their time. They shoot it in. They just get the 2, but still it is a beautiful attack by Koi. And that is going to mean they have 6 points up. 6 points.
We are not even 2 minutes in. I would say if Koi gets one more set of points, we could be looking at a Typhon timeout. Because this is a very quick lead that Koi has found themselves, which is great for them. They want to build this cushion because they have to take this round if they want to send it to round 3. But Typhon, I don't know. It seems like Koi just suddenly found a way to up the pressure, up the speed, and Typhon has not figured out how to counter that. But here comes another attack by Koi. Leonardo sending this one in a bit low to the left. That will bounce out of the bubble, but it is recovered here by Typhon once again. Andu sending this one up high, but that's where that Koi stack is waiting. And oh my, off the rim, so close, but they will keep the possession. Maybe, yes, a great slap over to Just Elmo. Just Elmo looking for Cinna. It does connect. Cinna doing all sorts of moves to find the lane, and he will get it. What a shot, says Newton Dad in the background, and I agree. Great set of points there for Koi.
Yeah, so clean. This is a completely different game right now. So different to that first one, as they are right now coming in with a ridiculous 8-point lead in 3 minutes. I mean, that's what Dreams are made of. That's what Dreams is made of, and so is that counter QB as they take the disc back once again. Open goal opportunity for second, but they're going to take their time, play it smart, play it careful. As Sinner is going to go for a nice attack. Down there's Elmo. Elmo behind to Mosh, and Mosh taking that one in a beautiful little attack there. A nice team combo, 10 points up, halfway to a Mercy in less than half the time.
I mean, it's not even close to half the time. It is 3.5 minutes in, and you know, I don't know. If I'm Typhon, I'd be taking my time out right about now. You have got to stop this bleeding because it is only getting worse. Or they've got to figure out a way to counter it, and this is not how you start it. Just Elmo up to Leonardo. Open goal once again. My goodness, Koi has figured it out. They are on fire right now.
Yeah, they are absolutely crushing it. This is a mad game. This is completely different. They've been in that 1 minute break that they had. They sat there. They went, you know what? Let's start. Let's open our eyes. Let's change the game up. Let's actually pull out all the strings here, and they have done that completely. As the disc upfield once again, another attack, another goal. Leonardo secures them 15 points now. 5 minutes to go. I mean, they are just running away.
There's no other word for it. They are running away with this round. They are 2 goals. I mean, assuming one's a 3, they are 2 goals from a mercy. We are not even at the halfway mark. Koi has just been fired out of a cannon this round. They are here. They are ready to go. And Typhon has not been able to counter that speed, counter that defense, as that goes right into the hands of the stack. Mosh with an open lane. No good. A rare miss coming from Koi, but just Elmo is there to pick up the pieces as he puts that one in for the 2.
Okay, all right, Typhon feeling a bit nervous here, maybe. Koi feeling definitely good because they need 1 3-pointer, and that is it. The round is over. 17-0. They're shutting down every single attack. There we go again. Another QB, another successful counter QB as they do take the disc back once again. The shot comes upfield. Oh, it could be it. They take out the bubble. They can get the goalie stun here and get the shot. And they're going to go behind instead. Go for it, still juke in. Losing the disc, dropping it. Leonardo passing back there to the nest and recovering that disc, taking it away is going to be Typhon, but still not clear, which gives a chance. No, Typhon does able to get that clear in the end.
They do get the clear, but not the points because Senna is home first. Senna looking for this clear. Takes some weird bounces in the midfield, giving Typhon the opportunity to get the slap, but the slap goes right back into the hands of Senna. Up to Leonardo. This could be the round. No! Game Tech finding himself in the lane and then slapped away by, I think that was Chosis, bouncing up high. Andu and Senna racing for it. Senna comes out on top. Long 3. Is this it? No! Bad bounce off the backboard, and just Elmo takes the 2 instead.
Yeah, okay. 1 single point. We could be seeing a 22-0 game here on round 2 from Koi. After losing round 1, I mean, fun fact, interesting guys. Obviously, I mean, you probably know this, but they actually have time to come back, if they really tried, if they really did. We actually could see a Typhon come back here with all 3-pointers, but let's be real. I mean, with the way that Koi are playing, like, what can you do? What can you do? All they can really do right now is work out what it is they're doing and how they can stop them. And someone's going here, but they can't! Instead, Mosh takes that one in. Koi brings that one for a ridiculous... I mean, what it was at 21-0. Offbeat. Tell me, man. What was it?
That is not something you see a lot. A team wins round 1. And then goes and drops a mercy in the second round to force a round 3. That is incredible stuff. And Koi has got to be applauded for their mid-round adjustments here. Typhon just has never been able to get set up in the offensive zone. Koi is all over their rollouts right now. It is incredible to watch. They have barely ever gotten over the midfield line. They're going to have to switch out something with their rollouts right now because Koi is all over those. It's not that they're stacking to the disc really quickly. It's there where the disc is going before it goes there. They've read their plays. They know exactly what's coming. They know where the disc is going. So if you're Typhon, you got to start changing those rollouts or running rollouts that give you multiple options, right? If they're starting to predict where the disc is going each time, you need to make yourselves unpredictable. That means run a rollout where your pass has an option. You don't have to go to one dedicated spot. You have pass options depending on what's open and how the defense is playing it. They're going to have to do that if they want to turn this around in round 3.
Yeah. No, absolutely. They have to fix that up. I fully agree, because that did... I mean, I can't even remember if they got a single joust upfield. And, actually in their hands, still a single attack, really. But, here we go again. New round, coming in hot. Round 3, and... What are we doing? Koi, haven't even finished sentence, and there they are. 10 seconds in, and they've already got that goal coming in for another beautiful round start. 2 points, start off the round.
So I understand why Typhon didn't take a timeout last round. At one point, it had reached the point of no return, and at that point, as a team, you realize, okay, we're going to round 3. Let's save the timeout from there. But you get through that round, and you get to between rounds, and they have just let Koi keep their momentum. There was no timeout to regroup. They just took their one singular minute between rounds and decided, let's get on back out there. And hey, you know what? If they know what they're doing, go for it. I'm not here to judge. I'm not a master player. They know it better than I do. But at the same time, it leaves me to wonder why Koi is so on fire right now from last round, and it seems to be continuing this round. Why not ice them? Instead, we're seeing more of the same, as just Elmo is going to get this one slapped yet again back up into the Typhon zone. Where are these stacks? Well, here they are. It is Sock getting the grab. Sock getting the not sent through, bouncing off the walls of Tunnel and into the hands of Cinna. Cinna with a quick reset to Elmo, and then he fires it right on back to Mosh. Down low to Cinna. Goal is not quite open, so he'll turn this one around to just Elmo. Now over and across to Mosh. Mosh back over to Leonardo, down low on the floor. Leonardo, no pressure yet. He's driving in. You can't give him the lane. Leonardo walking this one all the way forward, but what a save there by Andu to keep it out of the goal.
It is a controversial one. I've heard as they go in. Oh, there it is. Cinna on the backboard, perfectly placed, perfectly shot into the goal. They do take that one in for another 2, 7-0. But yeah, I've heard, especially from Lockie, shout out Lockie once again, that actually maybe, does the pause really help? I mean, does it really change things? You've had that minute already between rounds to change things. Can you do more in that time? If the other team is staying warm, if they're staying in the game, you're just going to end up wasting time and then still giving that momentum to them because you haven't actually changed anything. It can help, but obviously they decided here that it wouldn't enough. What they actually needed was just to come in the game and change things in the actual arena. And looks like, unfortunately though, that hasn't been working. As now it's 9-0, another backboard 2 comes in. This time Elmo on the backboard, taking that one in. And honestly, they're winning faster than last time.
They are. Their pace is even faster. And you know what? I get the point you're making. I get the point that Lockie's making with that. But at the same time, mental resets are so important. When you drop a mercy like that, as a team, as a player, you've got to take a breather and you've got to identify the issue. And it seems like they did not identify the issue. I don't know if it wasn't enough time or what, but they have not found a way to counter Koi just yet. But maybe this could be the start as Sock gets this one down low to Tozus. One more pass. Oh no, Game Tech not able to get the angle, but Sock gets the recovery. They will have another chance, sending this one over to Tozus once again. He is under so much pressure, but finds that down low option. But Leonardo with the hands gets the grab, gets the send through.
We haven't seen a goal from Typhon since round 1. Here we are, nearly half through round 2, and nearly half through round 3 even, and still they haven't been able to get a single number point coming. They need to work it out, and they need to work it out real fast. As the time ticks down, it's just getting harder and harder for them to come back. And also, a big part of that is that mental game. As you said, the mental game, and the fact that they're so consistent. Koi, though, being stopped there, but the clear. The clear, right back into the hands. Oh my god, that is not what you want to do. Not what you want. They do save the disc, but they clear it straight back into the hands there of Mosh, and Mosh just walks past those players from Typhon and just shoots the 3. It was even worse than the 2 would have been.
Typhon's got to find a way to get it through mid. And I don't know if there's another way, if there's a way of saying that with a little more sugar coating on it. They've got to get it through mid. They're struggling with the rollouts right now to get it through mid. They're struggling with the clears right now to get it through mid. They have got to find a way to do it. You can't score if you don't get through mid. But maybe this could be the opportunity they're looking for as Game Tech picks this one up. And there it is. That is what they needed. They needed to break the seal. They needed to find a way to get something on the board. And Game Tech has done it with that 2-pointer.
Okay, there we go. I agree. They definitely need to get it through the mid. They need to start getting these attacks coming. And really, not just getting it through, but getting it consistently held upfield. Like, past the field, in their control upfield. Because consistently, they get it up there and then lose it. And also, the defense at the minute, they are struggling against these backboard shots that Koi are pulling out again and again and again against them. This could be the start of something different. They're thinking another attack here. No! An attack that Koi shuts down with a stun on the stack and then a recovery. But, recovered. Losing. Recovering maybe. No, Koi taking it back, looking for the clear, shooting the shot of the goal, going in. It's a laser beam! It is a laser beam from heaven, straight down from Sinner's unholy eye, straight into that goal, shooting it for a ridiculous 13 points. I mean, not that point, but 13 points up.
I mean, I have no words. I have no words. You finally, if you're Typhon right now, you finally get that 2-pointer, and then Sinner does that to you. That is rough. But it is not over yet. Still just under half of the round to go. Now into the hands of Sinner, but they will not let do it. Game Tech gets it stolen away from him and gets this one sent through. Where's the stack? They need this. Tozis walking in toward the bubble on the ceiling. No options. Has to send it back to Game Tech on that bow tie. Across over to Andu now. Up high. Bounce pass to Tozis, but Mosh reads those and forces the turnover for Leonardo to pick up and clear out.
Yeah, cleared out. Oh, grabbing it here. As they do go upfield. There's a shot. There's Mosh. There's a shot behind. There's Elmo juking around, taking their time, passing it off to Mosh. That is confidence. That is confidence that they knew they had the time to take that disc, pass it over to their teammate, and then take that one in. It's unfortunate, but we have got to mention here that, of course, Typhon is on a potentially not their main roster right now. Yeah, moving things around a little bit. HM not there on the minute. They did play through that Challenger Cup. And also, what was it? The other one they said earlier was Game Tech. No, not Game Tech. Where was it? Oh, I've lost it. Lucid Knight. Lucid Knight also being a main player here. No, significant player who isn't here. But it doesn't matter. Leonardo is getting another 3-pointer coming in. Oh, I just realized. 20-2.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh my god, I was looking at Lucid. And then I glance away and I look back and it's Nuni Mercy. This is just right at the end. Like they are currently cradling over the edge, and can they hold on much longer?
I don't know, and this game is this round's over. This game is over for the side of Koi, but for this for the sake of Typhon, I hope that they are able to prevent this mercy, because they've got a whole day of games ahead of them. They've got the rest of this tournament to look forward to. When you take a loss like that, getting reverse swept, mercied both rounds, that's really rough. And I just I hope for Typhon's sake they're not going to let that go to their head, because they are a very solid team. Koi was just on fire, but I want to hear more about how they were on fire, so I'm going to turn it over to Offbeat real quick. What did you see?
That was probably one of the most exceptional all-around team performances I've ever seen coming in from Koi here today. It was incredible stuff. They did their homework here. They came in knowing what Typhon was doing, how they were going to do it, and they executed that plan to perfection here. Typhon never could adjust. They couldn't find a rollout that worked consistently for them. They were never able to really get set up in the offensive zone. They did on occasion, but at that point, things just kind of started rolling, right? Your rollouts aren't working, and then suddenly the ones that do work, would have worked, the passes have been off a little bit. So it's been... It was really hard to watch from someone who had seen Typhon excel so well in the Challenger Cup, and to kind of transition to this. And this one hurts. It hurts a lot in particular because you're not out of everything, right? This is a double elimination bracket we're doing here for finals, but you've used up one of your losses in what should be a very winnable game. Things are, it's going to be harder here on out. And so if you're Typhon, you've got a long road ahead of you now. But on the side of Koi now, Koi is going to be facing Vertigo in this next game, so obviously a tall order there, but they've got one win under their belt already, and it's going to help them a lot going further. We'll see how they do against Vertigo coming next, but honestly, they've still done themselves a huge favor by coming out and putting a big, emphatic win on the board here this round.
Yeah, no, they really have. It's huge. I mean, getting that win there, getting a mercy in your first game, a double mercy, in fact, in your first game, especially after coming off that first round loss. I mean, they let a single goal through, just one, literally one goal through their side in two rounds. That is ridiculous. That is so strong. Hard to come back from. Definitely going to be a hit for morale, she said, for Typhon here. Typhon, mature team. They've been playing together for a long time. I mean, they definitely could take it. Could work with it, make sure they can get in a good spot for next games. But they're going to need to make sure they do it very, very carefully. They have that mental game ready next time, because you do not want to come into another match without that running. Also, being heard here from our Twitch chat, we're saying that this is actually Koi's final game, or final season, because a lot of their players are going away in different ways of life and too busy to play next season potentially. So this could be their final season that they are putting absolutely everything into. And I mean, you can see it. You can absolutely see it. The way that they were shutting down those attacks every time, the way that they were setting up their own attacks behind the backboard, all around the side, recovering the disc, shooting it in, recovering the disc, shooting it in, just consistently an absolute barrage of attacks. It was honestly, it's so good to see. It makes you go like, what is going to happen in this tournament? Because when you get these kind of games happening, right? You know, stuff that's going to happen over the season, back and forth. This is where it counts. This is where it counts in finals, where a team like Koi, who we think could be pretty close to Typhon, comes in and smashes through, takes them in. But, you know, we have plenty more matches to come throughout this day. Voice in my ear, what do we know what our next match is right now? Well, I don't know what the next match is now, but we will. No. Is it? I mean, it's Vertigo versus Roy. Vertigo, that's what it is. Thank you much. It is Vertigo versus Koi coming up next. Thank you so much. I had to catch my voice there. That's it. We have potentially that one. Hopefully, whatever it is, you'll see it here in just a second. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with our second round of our EU finals here. I am Offbeat. We got Psychaotic with me. We got Newcomer above me. We got Nightfire, who is stepping in to fill in the mighty large shoes of Retip. And we got Newton Dad on the cams. And we are here today. We've got Scuffed and Phantoms for you. This is going to be an incredibly tight matchup. Psycha, you're a resident expert on everything, everywhere, all at once. So,
oh no,
what are we looking at coming into this game?
Well, we are looking at a match. No, jokes aside, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. This is, Scuffed versus Phantoms. Scuffed, having gone through some roster changes, a little bit of inconsistency throughout the season, but has still persevered into, I think, the 4th seed? Let me check that. Yes, the 4th seed. They have still found a way up into the, the upper part of Master when they're taking on Phantoms, who is one spot below them at number 5. And, for those of you who tuned into the pre-show, we did talk about both of these teams just a little bit. I just touched on, Scuff's roster being a little inconsistent, but Phantoms, Phantoms, the Winter and Mazza stack, I can't say enough about it. Every time I tuned into a Phantoms match or casted one of their games, that was the power duo to watch. And I'm really excited to see how Phantoms plans to take on Scuffed without that stack at the helm. I do believe they can do it. They are still a very solid team. They are still, up at this tier, they are still a very solid Master tier team. I just think that they might have to reevaluate how they're going to take on Scuffed, given that roster swap.
Yeah, absolutely. We were going to hand it over to Nightfire for a little bit, but his opinions are important, but not as important as the game, which we're here. We're ready to go. We got Scuffed on orange. We got Phantoms in blue. Psyche and I are going to be calling this one, so we will take you in. Teams are in the tunnels, out of the tunnels. We are underway. It is going to be Scuffed getting to that disc first, but Phantoms doing a good job with that backstack to read that initial clear, and they will get it thrown down into the Scuffed zone. It is Locky with the disc, looking for that quick pass. A little too quick. Is going to be off the target, but Locky's still able to recover it, as Phantoms are going to keep possession here for a bit, but no, that is going to get cleared out. All-Cullen is going to send that one down into the Phantom zone.
I don't have a... Just call Oculalen Oculalen. Frogio getting this pickup down low to Locky. Locky sending this one through, but that, oh my, Oculalen paired together with Joshy T. They are so fast, and they will get this one sent through. Bouncing up high. Who will be there first? Open lane! DJ Uncle Scott not able to get the job done quite yet, but Oculalen with the pickup. One more try for DJ Uncle Scott, but once again, not going to work out as Locky gets this one picked off and sent to the mid. Not quite through. It is recovered by Oculalen once again, back into the hands of DJ Uncle Scott, and another miss on an open goal for him. That is an unfortunate way to start today.
Oh my goodness, this is looking very much like the last game we cast here on this channel, where both teams were kind of a little rough out the start and not quite feeling fully warmed up, as Scuffed has had a number of chances here to put it in, and we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them later. But Scuffed is still maintaining possession. Oculalen is gonna have the disc there back, taking time up near Cloud, looking for a teammate. Oh, it has a teammate on the ceiling, but that one is gonna miss, and the defense crashes in. That's Winter, who's gonna get down to that one and get it cleared up to the midfield. Both teams looking to get their stacks together, and it will be Scuffed getting to it first. They're gonna hold on to possession here. They've had it for the bulk of this opening round so far. Underneath the goal, all 4 of them. It's gonna be Oculalen backing it out, finding a teammate underneath the goal. Ding, 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 no! But the second try, as Pajatek is gonna put that one in, and Scuffed finally, after banging on the doorstep for so long, is gonna put this one in and take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that is after so long and a couple of Scuffed opportunities, if you will. I promise I will not abuse that joke. They do manage to find the point in the end, but, I'm realizing there is a name missing from the arena today. Ochappy not playing for Scuffed. I don't know how I didn't pick up on that at first, but I see him in the chat. So, Ochappy, where are you, and why are you not playing in finals? But hey, you know what? It happens. That's okay. Frogio slapping this one forward into the Scuffed bubble. It's going to be a race, but Pajatek gets there first to get the slap out, but not cleared as Locky recovers, looking for Winter on that cross side, but no, it will be DJ Uncle Scott there instead, sending this one through the tube.
Yeah, the DJ getting it clear, but the Phantoms backstack is up to the task as they get back and forth. Frogio and Watchdog taking turns with the disc, seeing who's going to control it as they've got time, so they're going to take their time. They're going to look, see if they can find a good lane for the clear, and they have one. They get it all the way down there, but they aren't able to recover. It takes such an awkward bounce away from both Phantoms players there, as Joshi is able to get that one cleared out, and they've got the stack moving up, down, across the far side. There's the long shot coming in, and there's the 3 as DJ Uncle Scott is going to put that one in, missing the 3 from the shields, but who cares when you can put a 3 in from nearly the midfield line, because those are much more impressive. Those are going to get highlights much more than the ones just off the shield on empty goals. Scuffed, up 5-0.
Hey man, it is all for the flair, and DJ Uncle Scott obviously knows that because he does get the job done in the end from that far out. Super impressive stuff. But here comes Phantoms. They are playing controlled. They are playing patient, running, so trying to get around that stack. And good for Frogio, keeping them apart. It will allow Winter and Watchdog to walk this one forward through the mid. But oh no, that is not the pass they were looking for off that weird spot on the trench. And it is recovered here by Pajatek and sent through. Still taking some weird bounces, but it is going to be Phantoms there first, slapping it away where Watchdog is waiting.
Yeah, Watchdog waiting, and it will be, Phantoms still have yet to get on the scoreboard 4 minutes in. They've had pressure, they've had a couple close chances, but haven't been able to capitalize yet, as Scuffed is doing a good job of getting back on D and kind of shutting down those chances. They're coming in here again, though, underneath. That one's a shot, it's a poor angle, but the second one, the bounce off the ceiling isn't come straight to Watchdog, and finally, Phantoms is going to put that one in, getting themselves on the board, breaking that goose egg, and they've cut this down to a 1-score game now as we approach the midway point of this first round.
Yep, almost halfway through this round, and there are only 3 goals total on the board. I mean, this is a bit low scoring considering who is in the arena right now. But I don't think that will continue. I think it will only increase from here as Joshi T looks to walk this one forward, goes for that cross to Pajatek, gets through Winter. What a move! Back to Akulalan, now back into the hands of Pajatek, looking for that cross, but not on Watchdog's watch. He's gonna get that one through. It is almost all the way into the bubble. Oh no, who put that Geo there? As that bounces into the hands of Watchdog once again. Quick reset to Winter. That lane for the shot not quite open, so instead he opts to try to find Lockie, but no good, as it seems like this is going to get cleared right on back.
It is indeed going to get cleared right on back, and Scuffed is going to be first to the disc. Oh, good move to get away from that stack coming in. The pass is going to take a... that looked like a pass, but takes a fun bounce off of Boot and just bounces up off the backboard and in for one of the weirdest angled 3s I think I've ever seen. As Scuffed will they'll take it, I'm sure. They're very happy with that. They'll take that 8-2 lead off of the Ricochet, and now Phantoms trying to see if they can string a couple together. They really haven't had too many chances yet, as they almost lose that one, but keep possession as it's passed up now to Lockie. Lockie with some space, with teammates coming in. Oh, that reset is not what they were looking for. They're fortunate in that Frogio is able to scoop that one up. But another close call, as Phantom still seems a little out of sync. It's going to get passed back here to the station, and that pass is also going to be off. Phantom's fortunate to still hold on to the disc after all these misses. Winter now is under pressure, and finally the Scuff stack is going to get on that. They're going to take the disc back and look to clear it out through the tunnel.
Yeah, keyword look to, as it seems like Phantom was already on it. They will get another opportunity. DJ Uncle Scott getting a grab, and this time it will go through. Open lane here for Akulalan, but oh no, just a little bit high. Lockie got home regardless, so even if that was on, it was likely not going in, and it is cleared again once, cleared again by the Phantoms, picked up by Joshi T. That's going to be a long send in, recovered here by that Phantom stack. My goodness, that speed between Lockie and Watchdog, but oh no, they're going to get shut down in the tunnel. Up into the hands of Joshi T. Joshi T firing in the long heave. No good, and DJ Uncle Scott will not get a chance either as he gets stunned out, but this time he will not be denied. He will get that too for the side of Scuffed.
Yeah, Phantom's a little, like, they're looking to turn this one around quick, trying to see, okay, we've got the disc, let's get a quick counterattack going here, but they did vacate a little too soon as the stack picks that one up and just launched it. Thought they were under more pressure than they were, and that led for a nice, easy turnover back the other way for Scuffed, and probably the easiest 2 points you can really hope to get, as points have been relatively hard to come by there, but not that one, as Scuffed doing a good job to get back on D, and they are going to be the first to hit with the stack. Oh, the stack does miss, and it's going to bounce up high. Still in danger, though, as all 4 Scuffed players are around. It's going to be Pajatek putting that one in eventually. But Scuffed really starting to click, play a lot more consistently now, and they are rolling here, up 10 points now.
They're playing more consistently, and I think they're also just really outspeeding Phantoms. I think that's something we're seeing. Like you just called out, Scuffed had all 4 players in the bubble before Phantoms found a way to get together and get home. So that is something to keep an eye on. But here come Phantoms, down by 10 with 2 minutes remaining. Quick reset here to Winter. Winter to Frogio, and now back up into the hands of Lockie. Lockie looking to reset, but DJ Uncle Scott's head had something to say about it. Instead, he forces a loose disc, but it is recovered here by Winter. Winter back to Frogio. Frogio looking for Lockie once again. Lockie walking in, but no, he will get shut down by Pajatek, who picks this one up and clears it through.
Yeah, not another chance for the Phantoms that they aren't able to turn into points. As back the other way, Scuffed is going to get pressure into the disc. They are quick coming in with those stacks, but not quick enough. Phantoms, here we go. There's an accurate stack, and there's 2 points. What a quick turnaround from the defense to the offense. Incredibly quick. It's going to be too little too late for Phantoms, but right now, they're really just trying to channel some momentum into that second round, because they are going to have to play from behind here and are going to need to take these last 2 rounds if they want to turn it around, as this one looks like it's going to still be going in the direction of Scuffed.
Yeah, I don't even think there is mathematical time anymore for Phantoms to take this round, but there is some time for them to get some points on the board, which would do wonders for their mental game going into these next few rounds. You know, maybe next round, if they can't take it, it could just be one singular. But Pajatek, oh my goodness, that was likely on, but Lockie 11 gets himself in that lane to shut down the shot, gets this one sent through. Where are the stacks? Here they are finally together. It is picked up by Frogio. Long heave! Just going to go a little bit wide. That was a very tough angle. They'll get another opportunity though, as Watchdog gets this one picked up in the trench, sent over to Frogio. Frogio up high. Not sure who the intended target was, but it does eventually connect with Winter. Winter in the trap now. Walking this one forward, down low, connects with Frogio. One more cut. Oh no, a bit too high for Watchdog, and that's out of the bubble.
Yeah, another pass not quite coming together here as Phantoms. They're maintaining control of the disc, but for the time they've had the disc, the chances they've had haven't materialized a lot. Finally, Frogio's going to put that win in as the clock ticks down. Scuffed going to take that first one, 12-6 in... It was a pretty dominant performance, I feel, by Scuffed, who just capitalized more often than Phantoms. But Nightfire, you joined us here. You've been watching the game. What are your thoughts?
Indeed. It was much like their past matchups. If you go back and look at Scuffed and Phantoms, they've played each other twice so far in this regular season. Most recently, Scuffed did beat Phantoms in a 2-round best of 3, so they beat them in both rounds, 6-15, 4-18. So the rounds here, the scoreline looking a bit similar in terms of pacing, but in their first appearance against Scuffed, Phantoms did win. It was a best of 3, and the scoreline was again very close, 7-13, 4-10, 8-7. So you have these low-scoring games typically with these two teams, and I think we can expect a similar sort of scoring pace for round 2, but it's really still anyone's game at this point. I feel like we saw the Phantoms team come a bit more alive there in the back half of round 1. You know, they really showed that they were able to at least push into the zone of Scuffed, whereas for that most part of round 1, it felt like Scuffed was very much dominating the pressure, very much in Phantom's face. And so we'll have to see if Phantoms can carry the energy over into the start of round 2, and if they can push this on to a best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Nightfire. We are ready to go. Round 2 is underway here. Phantoms needing to win 2 in a row here. They're going to get to that disc first, but are going to get stunned out by that Scuffed stack, as Scuffed is looking to turn this back quick. Both stacks racing to it quickly. It will be Scuffed picking that one up, putting it in for the quick 2. Count that. We are not even 12 seconds in, and Scuffed is already picking up where they left off. Phantoms are really going to need to get a counterattack going here if they want to stop this from going the same way the first round went.
Yeah, Scuffed showing once again, like they did in round 1, they are quick and they are efficient. You know, just a really quick peek at the stats, because I was curious and looked between rounds there. Possession time, 43% for Scuffed, 57% for Phantoms, and yet Scuffed has taken 15 shots compared to Phantom's 5. I mean, they're doing more with the time they have. Phantoms might be playing this control game, but they're not able to capitalize on the opportunities because, like we're seeing right here, right now, Scuffed is just not letting them advance. They're not giving them those opportunities. But here comes Phantoms, maybe looking to get something done. No, Scuffed going to get this one slapped away once again. Not quite through the mid yet, though, as Winter picks this one up once again. Winter under pressure sends this one back to Frogio on the ceiling. Frogio doing some moves as DJ Uncle Scott is looking to shut him down, but he does get the pass over to Winter. Winter on the cloud, now moving down, a little space to breathe. No, here comes Joshy, pass to Locky. Locky not able to get it in just yet, but Frogio on the floor doing some moves, gets it to Winter, and this time they will get the job done. That's going to go in for 2.
Yeah, good use of the goalie stun there, taking out the goalie well in advance, making that shot pretty easy, just as long as you hit the target and not the goalie's head, you're probably good. And Phantom's doing a good job there, finally converting that into points. It took them a while. They were moving with the disc for a bit there before they could finally move it to the bubble, and had a few opportunities that looked like they might lose possession of that disc there, but nope, good on them. They kept it up, and they eventually converted that one into points, and now we're holding this 2-2 tie. As they get a turnover here, Phantom's looking to see if they can capitalize here. They've got an odd man rush, but no! Oculalen is going to do a great job of reading that one, and the clear is going to come all the way down. Disc in a very dangerous area, picked up by DJ Uncle Scott. DJ with the disc is going to send the one back to Oculalen. They're moving this around. They've got a couple open options, but the pass isn't going to connect, and Phantoms are going to pick up that disc and clear it out of harm's way.
Great pickup, great clear, but Scuffed is already there. Pajatek and Joshy T together will get this one sent through the mid into the hands of DJ Uncle Scott, who gets it up into the bubble. Oh my goodness, that was close, but Frogio does get there to get the slap out. It is not all the way safe, though. Locky racing for it, does get it, gets it once to the mid, but it is once again picked up by Scuffed. Scuffed is killing it right now with preventing the clears, preventing the passes. They are creating a lot of turnovers, and Phantoms has been struggling to get some of their own. But as I say that is going to get sent through. But once again, Scuffed already on it, stacked together, gets it sent right back into the Phantom zone, where it is picked up by Lucky.
Yeah, picked up and not able to clear it, as it is going to be picked up by Scuffed. That's DJ Uncle Scott with the disc, is going to look to reset that one back, doing a good job to get rid of that before the pressure became too much. And they're moving this quickly, just ahead of all the stuns. Oh, the goalie, Winter, was so ready for that pass. But then the pass didn't come. It's a shot instead. And Joshy doing a good job to read what the goalie was planning, what the goalie was trying to do, and is able to put that in for a long 3 with the goalie in the net. Very nice job, as Scuffed is going to retake that lead now, up 5-2.
That shot was a 19 at that. I want to make sure that gets called out. Oh, I mean, that was a cannon from 10 meters out. Well-earned points. But here come the Phantoms. A great pass to Locky. My goodness. I mean, you know, Locky and Watchdog have played on a couple of different teams together, and when their chemistry comes alive right like that, right in front of us, it is amazing. Locky getting that move around the shoulder to create a lane that no one saw coming, and Watchdog hits them. Easy points there for Phantoms, and they will get themselves back within 1.
Yeah, I think a lot of what hasn't been working for Phantoms so far is that, right, we talked about the time possession. They've been doing a good job of keeping possession as they get another steal here. It's Winter, but then they've had trouble kind of turning that into points, and I think there's another one as Watchdog is going to get the points. as the Phantoms are really kind of saying what I've been trying to say. They're moving a little quicker, right? They're scoring quicker. They're giving Scuffed less time to throw off their plans to get in the mix, because Scuffed is running with that stack on defense. So if Phantoms can get points quicker and start pressing quicker, they're going to get better results, as they have been here. Phantoms now with what is their first lead of this game.
Yeah, and with 5 minutes remaining, I mean, there's plenty of time for them to lose it if they're not careful, as here comes Scuffed once again. But oh no, that pass a little bit off, could be another opportunity. No, Joshy T will get the slap over to Pajatek. The lane is open, but it is going to go just a bit high, right into the hands of Locky, who sends this one to Winter. Winter with the clear on through. Oh my, I don't know if that was intended, but that was a dime to Frogio in the middle. Oculalen stealing it away from him, getting it sent into the bubble. DJ Uncle Scott will not get shot, as Locky gets that one sent up to Watchdog once again. Watchdog not going to get the clear through, but that's what your friends are for, as Locky picks this one up and sends it into the bubble. It'll be recovered by DJ Uncle Scott once again.
Yeah, a number of Scuffed players there on the back line as they look to move it up. They're going to get a good clear there, despite the entire Phantoms team kind of be reading, covering those lanes. But they do get there with the pressure. Scuffed is able to get a steal, looking for that open 3. That one's going to ding. It's not going to fall. And Winters can do a good job of getting back to clear that one off of the edge of the bubble. As Scuffed is still holding up to possession here, but they're trying to get themselves stabilized, right? But they're moving in here. There's a shot, and there is two. Pajatek is going to put that one to Scuffed, retaking the lead, and we got ourselves a good old-fashioned back and forth here. Scuffed with the lead, but for how long?
That pass, I think, went off of Geo, and Pajatek still managed to find a way to get to it, to do that move, to get through the defenders, and then sink that one in for the 2. I mean, just what a play overall. And here come the Phantoms looking to make a play maybe of their own. Sent up to Locky, up high to Watchdog. A quick reset. Oh no, that was not intended, as Pajatek punishes that mistake with a long 3 mail slot from 30 meters out. My goodness, what a shot.
That was absolutely an incredible shot, and it's what's gotten Scuffed here. It's stuff like that. It's being able to consistently hit those long shots while under pressure, and that, yeah, incredible shot here. And importantly, very importantly, extending this lead now up to 2 scores. So if they can keep that 2-score buffer here, they should be good. If they keep going back and forth like they do there, ball, but that is going to be lost. Losing it on the wall as Locky is coming in, and Locky's going to put that one in, cutting it to do a costly turnover on the side of Scuffed, just unfortunately losing the disc to that wall. And Phantoms quick to pounce on that, quick to counterattack, and put it in before Scuffed knew what happened.
They needed that. They really, I mean, granted, there's still plenty of time left on the clock, but after a shot like that, you know, it is easy to let that go to your heads, especially when you've already lost a round. But those are some important points for Phantoms, and they're looking for some more as this is picked up by Winter, down low, connecting with Locky. Here he comes, but oh no, off the rim, bouncing all the way out of the bubble. It's going to be a race. Winter with a fantastic leech to prevent the clear. It means that can get picked up by Watchdog here. Watchdog under some pressure, maybe thought the goalie wasn't looking, but no. Oculan with the grab and the send through.
Yeah, that was an awkward one because Watchdog was moving forward, looking for a pass floating in space, but wasn't able to ever find one. None of those lanes were all covered. Good job by Scuffed to make sure he had no options, and really the shot at the end was the only option before the stun would come in. As Scuffed now has the discs, looking to see if they can regain that 2-point lead with 2 minutes, or that 2-score lead with 2 minutes left on the clock. It is Joshy, got an open target underneath, but that is gonna miss, and the disc is gonna bounce out loose. That back line isn't able to read it correctly, and here come Phantoms. They've got the stack, they've got the disc. Oh, but the stack, they miss it on the dribble. But they've got it back, and they're going to take another attempt at it. That one bouncing off of the top of Nest. Oh, that was a great chance to tie or take the lead, but not able to capitalize. They're holding onto that disc, though, as that clear is read by Watchdogs. Minute 25 left on the clock. 2 points down as Watchdog, just given a lot of time here, is going to move in, has an open target. Oh, makes a nice little move. And that one is going to be in. We are tied. Phantoms tying it up 10-10.
So dunk meta. But hey, you know what? It happens. It happens. And it will get Phantoms the tie up here at 10 points, which is what they needed. They need this round if they want to send it to a round 3. And with under the 1 minute mark, every point matters, as this could be what they're looking for right here. Picked up by Watchdog, and Watchdog! That is so crucial. That is so crucial because that was a 3-pointer. And, you know, with the amount of time that is left on the clock, I do not believe they will have time to get 2 twos. If Scuffed wants to tie it up, I think it's gotta be a 3.
Yep, so this will be real interesting. It's always, you get all kinds of like weird, unique strategies when teams are going forward knowing they need a 3-pointer. Look to see someone sitting on that goalie, because you know Phantoms is going to have a goalie sitting back, or you think they would. They leave it, oh, there's the goalie coming in almost a little too late, who is waiting in the tunnel, maybe to bait out a shot. But they've got the disc now, 12 seconds left as, oh, a good stun there on the defensive side is to keep this out. But the goalie misses the disc, and they are going to get that one cleared on the second attempt. Phantoms with the disc. It's going to be Locky moving around, eventually going to clear that one. It's not out, but it's far enough, and we are headed to a round 3. Phantoms somehow coming back and forcing a third round with that 13-10 win. Nightfire, what you been seeing here?
I mean, we are just in for a fantastic set of matches this whole afternoon, if this is any indicator. You know, Scuffed, Phantoms, both of these teams' first match of the afternoon. So round 1, really, they're both getting loose. I feel Scuffed came out and really had, you know, the Phantoms under their thumb for a good portion of round one. Here in round two, I feel Phantoms maybe started to figure out what they needed to do to be able to battle back against Scuffed. You know, at the end of that round one, they started to get some more pressure into the zone, and then we see them start to execute on that pressure here, put up a couple more points early, and manage to stop the bleeding from getting too much to come back from. You know, Scuffed doing an equally good job to battle back. Really good defense from there. Their stacks looking good here, but we see a couple of missed passes from both sides that end up getting punished, and I think that's the real key thing to key into here is any little mistake by either one of these squads does not go unpunished. At this level, when you're at the best of the best, when we're into the second round of our postseason here, of the finals, and we're almost to that semifinal stage, you're going to get good gameplay like this. And I don't know what's in store for round three, but I can tell you it's going to be an exciting battle.
That it is. Wow, we are here. This is what we're here for. This is what we live for. The round threes. It's all coming down to this. Teams would not be eliminated. This is a double eliminate bracket. But that being said, getting the win early on here definitely helps you out and prevents you from having to fight your way through that sudden death losers bracket, as Lockie here is going to get the cleared in. They got the stack ahead, and there it is, 3 points. PhD Winter putting that one in just before entering the bubble, and Phantoms looking to continue to roll here as they take the first points of the round for the first time this game, up 3-0 now.
The 7-meter three. I mean, I thought for sure that was a 2, but hey, you know what? Cool, good for them. They will get themselves off to this early lead and a 3 at that, which, you and I both know can be so crucial when you get toward the end of the game and it comes down to just a couple of points. But here comes Scuffed as that pass goes to Pajatek off the bounce. Open lane. Guys, didn't we learn last round? You cannot let Pajatek do that to you. It's going to be Scuffed tying this one up really quickly with a 3-pointer of their own.
Yeah, Pajatek leading the game in scoring right now with 14 points, and those, of course, this latest one, possibly the most critical, bringing this back to a tie game. Scoring flowing a lot more openly and freely here than we saw in the first round, especially, as both teams have kind of started to figure out what's working well for them and have been adapting to that, as it is going to be Phantoms now. With the disc, they're moving up. Winter with some space is going to find an open target up and above the goal. They've got a couple passes, but no, Pajatek is going to be there for that one. Is cleared out of harm's way, but not far enough out, as Winter has a bunch of teammates in and around the bubble. There's an open pass to the sideline, but a better steal by Joshy. Joshy's going to get the steal and the clear.
The steal and the clear, but Watchdog with the pickup, and Watchdog will get this one cleared right on back through the tunnel, bouncing nicely into the midfield. Frogio looking for Winter looking for the goal, and it does connect. A 9-meter three, and that lane closed so quickly. Look at that, a 19 from Winter, and you saw how fast that Scuff player got back. Any slower, and that might not have gone in, but no, they do get the points, and they get themselves back in the lead, 6-3.
Yeah, that was absolutely good recognition there on the assist, realizing that, hey, I almost have a good shot, but my teammate does have a good shot, and we need it right now. Doing a good job to get that quick pass off just to buy them that extra half second to get that one in before the defender could get back. As it is Lockie now with the disc, as Phantoms have taken it back, and they're looking to see if they can quick counterattack here. They've got the dribble. Oh, no. That's not what they were looking for. Oh, it was almost so perfect. Pajatek will say, thank you very much. I will take the disc from here. And Scuffed is turning it back the other way. The long 3 isn't on target, and Phantoms will have some space here as they look to reset and see if they can extend this to a 2-score lead.
They're looking for it, but they've got to get it cleared out first. That one not quite going through as Winter walks this one up through the tunnel now. Winter, time and space to work with. Opts to send it back to Frogio. Crossover, oh no. Looking for Watchdog, but instead that is bouncing wildly all throughout the bubble. Picked up by Pajatek, and almost interception there by a Phantoms player, but no, it does get through. And DJ Uncle Scott has the open lane. Oh my god, no. Once again, not going to go in. It is picked up by Phantoms, sent through. Where's the dribble? No, Pajatek will be there first for the side of Scuffed for the pickup.
Yeah, both stacks from Scuff doing a good job of getting back on defense, preventing that counterattack from Phantoms. Giving up a 2-score lead would be very, very significant in this game, as here comes Scuff now, seeing if they can put one on the board. They've got some time, but not a lot of players, as the entire Phantoms team did get back, so they will choose to reset this one back to Pajatek, and Scuffed is going to slow this one up here. You've got Oculalen on the back. We haven't seen this a ton from Scuffed, where they've kind of needed to slow it up and walk in, and they have enjoyed taking those long threes and getting the quick counterattacks off of those dribbles. But they've got some space. Phantoms are kind of just letting them walk in, choosing to play that defense around the bubble, trying to avoid the cut passes. It's now Pagetek as they move in, they get to the bubble, and there is a great pass. Oculalen just able to reach that one before the defender, and Scuffed cuts this now to a 1-point lead.
The teams sign an agreement between rounds saying 19s only. I'm very confused. But hey, you know what? we love those. We love those. They look really pretty here on stream, and it is fun to watch. But Phantoms suddenly finding their lead cut down to only 1 point. They need some points on the board to re-extend it. Or, you know, it could be Scuffed coming back here in this round 3. We'll see as Frogio looks to get this one cleared. Clear will not be good. Picked up by that Scuffed backstack. Pagetek with the send through, but that is where Winter is waiting. Winter getting this one cleared up to Watchdog, and oh no! Watchdog off the head of his teammate, will lose it, but get it back in the end. Recovery, pickup, over to Locky, but pocket picked over by Joshy T, who gets this one cleared through.
Oh, that one hurts, and it is going to cost them back the other way. Oculalen is going to take the lead back for Scuffed. Oh, that is the worst feeling in the world. You know you have a shot lined up. They had a number of players around the bubble, any one of whom could have absolutely put that in, but instead, it goes off the head of your teammate, goes to where no one is. The enemy team comes back, hustles back on D, and turns it back around into counterattack, which Scuffed has been doing such a good job on this game, right? Those counterattacks have been their bread and butter, and Phantoms now, 4:30 left on the clock. They find themselves working from behind for the first time this round, and that pass across isn't going to connect. Luckily, Watchdog is there to scoop it up after the bounce, but another pass that's off of the boot. Locky is going to get a little lucky to get that one back as they keep the pressure up here. Oh, nice little move by Winter. Oh, but not able to finish it, and it will be Scuffed picking this one up and getting it cleared all the way out.
Yeah, nice move, but maybe not the move. Taking that tough angle, and oh no, Pagetek and Joshy T doing exactly what Phantoms just did a minute ago. And Phantoms, I'm sure, are thankful for that one as they managed to turn this one into a clear, not into points, not just yet. Ooh. Oh my god, keyword not just yet. Oh, but Joshy T does get the save, gets the clear up to the mid. DJ Uncle Scott not able to get it through, picked off by Locky. Back to Locky now at the rock. He's going to walk this one forward. They've got the numbers up to Watchdog, and Watchdog finishing the job with a 2.
Oh, we went for a while there without a goal. It was back and forth. Both teams are really struggling to finish it off as back and forth they go. But in the end, Phantoms is going to get that, and they're going to regain that lead, up 1. Keeping this game incredibly tight, giving us a good show here on Venues and on VR Master League on Twitch. Wow. It's really probably going to come down to the last point, whoever is able to get that last score, as Phantoms are going to do a good job of kind of converging there on Scuff, trying to move through the midfield, and they're going to get that intercept cleared out. Oh, as Watchdog is coming in with that invulnerability, he's going to take advantage, moving in all 4 Phantoms players. There's a stunned goalie, and Locky will say thank you very much. And Phantoms, after having dropped that first round, and now poised with that lead to earn themselves a spot in that winner's bracket, third round.
There is no worse feeling than being the goalie in a 4v1. And unfortunately, that is the situation that Scuff just found themselves in because all of their stacks were stunned out. And, you know, Phantom's quick to capitalize, but here they come. They're walking this one up the arena themselves, looking for some points. What a move. Just a little tiny move by DJ Uncle Scott. The pump fake gets that Phantom's defender out of the way and opens up that lane. So now into the hands of Joshy T right outside the bubble. He'll reset to Oculalen on the back line. Oculalen taking his time. I mean, there's still 2 minutes left on the clock. Even though they are down, he's got this time to play with. Getting all the way up to almost boot. Where's the pressure? They're covering the options in the bubble instead. And now to Joshy. Back to Oculalen. And Oculalen is happy to take that one in for a 2.
Yeah, we haven't seen it a lot just because of the quick dribble play the game plan that Scuffed came in here with. But Phantoms do really like playing that bubble defense where they don't venture out past the bubble. They are happy to let you take their time, and they can do that because they have the lead here, right? They don't need to be forcing Scuffed right now. And at this point, I'm sure the way it's been back and forth so far, you probably honestly don't mind too much giving up a 2 as long as you are protecting against those quick 3s. As Phantoms with the disc now, if they can get a 3 here, that would potentially seal it. Lockie with a lot of space here is going to reset this one back. Oh, but that pass is a little off. Is Scuffed able to get a stack together? They're not. DJ is still applying some pressure there, but Frogio, some good moves to hold on to the disc. Oh, but the pass isn't there, and this could be a chance. No, Phantoms doing a good job to hold it, but that pass across isn't accurate. The loose disc. Who's going to get onto it? It is going to be back and forth DJ Uncle Scott. No, it's Winter with the disc now as Phantoms with a minute left on the clock. Moving in, applying pressure. They've got a couple in the bubble. The pass is... Oh, both players getting just a bit of it. It will eventually get out to Scuffed, and Scuffed is going to clear it out. Clear it out. Oh, nearly getting the minute slot, but they'll get it anyways. The second chance. What? Off the shield, off the ceiling and in, and Scuffed has the lead.
Oh my goodness. I mean, not only just a lead, but A, that shot absolutely bonkers, and B, with the 3-pointer, they've put themselves up by 2. So, you know, even if they just hold Phantoms to a 2-pointer here, they're gonna go to overtime. They've got some, you know, a little bit of wiggle room, not much. Watchdog sending this one back. That's another turnover. Where is the stack for Scuffed? Here they are. DJ Uncle Scott losing it, then picked up by Joshy T, who gets this one sent to the mid. Here's Watchdog. They've got 10 seconds left. Do or die. Sent over to Lockie. Lockie eyeing up Watchdog. It does not connect. That will bounce out of the bubble. 6 seconds remaining. Here is Frogio. One more chance, and oh no, that pass not going to connect. That's it. Round 3 over. It's going into the favor of Scuffed.
Oh my goodness, what a finish. Nightfire, I can see you watching, just hands on head. Wow, what a finish. Incredible stuff here, right?
I mean, yeah, a absolute stellar match to tune into between these two squads. Exactly what we expected in the pre-show and in our discussions leading up to this matchup. A awesome duel to the finish here. What a tough pill to swallow for Phantoms there for several reasons, mainly starting off with that 3 to get the 2-point lead here. I mean, to have it bounce in like that stings a little bit, especially when the stack was there in time to maybe do something about it. And then you go into that cross pass. I looked at the replay, and, you know, if you're Phantoms, I encourage you not to watch that replay. It is a inch. That disc is just a fingernail away from getting into the hands and being a successful cross pass to take us to at least into overtime. But it's not over for Phantoms. They do just go down into the losers bracket where their life is on the line as a team. Speaking, of course, where they will be potentially eliminated if they lose. We will not be going down to the losers bracket on this channel. We'll be staying and watching the winners going forward here into round 3. That will be, we'll watch both winner matches on this channel and over on twitch.tv/ Echo Arena _VRML2. We also will have the losers bracket matches, or at least one of them, over on Echo Arena _VRML3, and then eventually we will be dipping our toes into the losers bracket to see at least one elimination match this afternoon. So a lot of exciting games coming down the pipe, Offbeat.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So we are going to step out here, and we are going to get ready for the next one. There's been a lot of games going on. There were 4 of them this set. We will be back here. We will have Team Gravity up next against the winner of Blast and Dauntless, so don't go anywhere. We have a lot of Echo action still here left for you.
Welcome back. I'm Natikasen, here with Koi. Are you ready for finals?
I hate Echo Arenas.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that. You playing at this high level. So, Koi, who's going to be your most difficult team that you're going to face in the finals, you think?
Well, boys, I tell you what, we've had a hell of a cycle, haven't we? Well, we're looking at every team right now. Every team is definitely took the play to the next level. We're looking out for teams such as Men. They're taking rounds off Blast, which is incredible for them, playing really well.
Yeah.
We're looking at the bigger teams like Blast and Vertigo. Definitely some big giants on there.
I don't mean to butt in, Sleepsy, but I think we should also be really scared of Koi's mental game.
That is
true.
Yeah, the mental game is
it's
yes,
really
big
gone
point.
through in us.
Let's
hope we'll be fine.
So you're talking about the mental game. What have you been doing to, address those mental game issues? Staying on top
Leaving our
of them.
server.
Yeah, we've been having arguments like every scrim. Like,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, there is the chaos is one of the ways. One of the
To
ways.
quote a
Yes.
famous person from EU teams, like, you've got to break a glow stick to let it shine. Like,
Oh my, that's a good one. I really want to quote poop. I really.
just say it.
All right. So Team Koi, what's your favorite fish?
For one, ask a
I had
good.
some guppies when I was a kid.
See, I think
a
Leo's actually
guppy.
prepared an answer for this one.
Oh, go on, Leo.
Right, yeah, he's gonna have to say fish.
Come on, Leo. Let's hear it, mate.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, if you look at our name, I think we'd come to the conclusion by devising the Pythagoras theorem. Koi.
All right.
Awesome. Quite surprising. Awesome. So, Koi, it's been a long season. What do you think tell me about one of your highest moments that you've had during this season.
Ooh,
Well,
that's a hard one. The preseason, we played so much better. It was just better.
I don't think it was that
Before the
we played
season.
better.
Oh.
I think it's just there were new strats, there were new metas. People hadn't developed to like how we played. But obviously, after time, things change, things get harder, teams get better. So a lot of teams have done really well in adapting to the way we play.
All right, nerd.
Yeah, that really has been a thing. Like lots of teams, even in the lower levels, like silver teams that were silver in season 4 are like golds nowadays. So it's even happening
They're
at the
crazy
lower
with it.
ones.
They're absolutely crazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good at LAN as well. That's just. Oh, true. LAN was fun.
I did so well at LAN, guys.
You weren't even there.
Thanks. I'm Natikasan with Team Koi. Good luck in finals.
Thank you. No, you missed me. Sometimes.
Welcome. This is T-Tal Gaming with Team Vertigo for the upcoming finals. So really excited to have you guys here. How do you feel about going into the finals?
Confident, man. I think we're ready. We're coming up against a big team, but I think we're ready.
Absolutely. Can you guys tell us a little bit more? You mentioned about like your Echo journey for the season, right? Like how the season started and how you guys are feeling now. Can you tell us a bit more?
Is this me? Yeah, okay, I'll go again. Yeah, okay. Basically, this season we had a bit of a rough start. Blast kept on. They had us in a chokehold. They had us going from like just beating us every round and every VRML game, not giving us a chance. And now we're here, beating Gravity, beating Blast. It's nice. It's a nice little come up just before finals too.
Yeah. You guys were mentioning how the team, when you guys are hyped up, you're unstoppable. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I don't know, the hype is like phenomenal, It's screaming and everyone's just like when someone scores, nice shot, it's absolutely just, the hype is crazy. It just brings confidence, like massive.
Absolutely. And I know that from some of the community that you guys are considered the underdogs. So what do you have to say to the audience, the VRML audience, about you guys being the underdogs?
I don't know, man, keep hating. It brings the confidence, we like it.
Anything else? Outside, tell the viewers about you guys.
Man, help me out.
Go on, Lou.
Me? Yeah. Anyway, go on, man.
You guys are too awkward for this.
Go on, Lou.
All right, okay.
Here you go, man.
Okay, and then the final question is, is there a really upcoming match or match that you guys are excited for?
Just like the final game, yeah.
Blast and Gravity lose.
Blast
Those
or
two teams
Gravity,
mainly.
whoever we're against, I feel like we're confident. We're ready for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you guys did really well in the last few matches, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we just stayed in finals.
Yeah, let's take it to the finals. Let's get that hype up there. Let's see you guys take it all the way, right? This is T-Tal Gaming again with Team Vertigo. Root for them in the finals.
Welcome back. I'm Natikasan, and I'm here with Team Typhon. Team Typhon, are you excited for finals?
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Awesome. Well, this is your first season in Masters. How's that been?
Yeah, Lucy.
It's going quite well, actually. It's going quite well, actually.
we was quite when we first got into Masters, we was quite worried that we'd have no chance, and especially against these higher teams, the new teams that have got together and stuff. So, but we've been playing in Masters, and we found ourselves improving very quickly actually, and being able to keep up with everyone.
Awesome. So, you're talking about all these new teams. Which team do you think is going to be your hardest match this finals?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, we've been looking at, there's obviously Synergy that's just recently formed. They've been doing quite well. There's other teams such as Fireballs have been around for quite a long time, so I think we'll definitely be going against them. There's Dauntless too. There's all these new teams that, well, there's old players but new teams that have got together. They've been trying new things and they've actually been getting quite high up, to be honest. So I reckon there'll be a couple of teams we'll go against.
Nice, nice. So at master levels, it sounds like you've got a really good community there. Like, what do you think is the best part about playing Echo at master level is?
I honestly think it's just being able to play with your teammates, kind of seeing what you need to improve on, and then improving on it and seeing the results, basically. Seeing that you can actually maintain like a certain position. Over the last couple of cycles, just watching how well we've progressed and how well we've listened and actually been able to keep up with these teams such as like Vertigo. Now, first cycle, it was absolutely horrible. We were getting destroyed by them. We were looking how we could improve, and then with time, second cycle, third cycle, it was actually...
Welcome back, everybody, to the Echo Arena Season 5 European Finals. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I am joined by my co-casters on the desk, Offbeat and Chaotic, for an exciting matchup here this afternoon between Blast and Gravity. It's one we talked about in the pre-show that we hyped up a little bit as a potential game that we'd be tuning into here, and here it is, Offbeat. I mean, tell me your feelings about what's to come.
Oh, this is the one we've been waiting for. This is, you look at everyone's seeds coming in, you're like, all right, how do we get the closest seeds together? It's this one. You've got number 2 and number 3 fighting for that automatic berth, right to the winner's bracket final. It's gonna be wild. I am excited for this one. This is the one. This is the one. If you're watching on multiple streams and you're trying to decide what game am I watching, ignore all those other streams. This is where you want to be. We've got the best, because of course we've got Chaotic.
Yeah, Psych, your thoughts on this matchup, Blast Gravity. We've got the fantastic new roster showcased to the right. I mean, it's going to be a hype matchup, like Offbeat said.
Yeah, it is going to be a hype matchup for a couple of reasons. The first being the last time these two teams played, it was very close. Round 1, 9-4. Round 2, 19-16. So these teams, keep each other in check. They can go now, blow to blow. But we don't know who the fourth player is from Blast just yet. But Weeladdie and Lone Gecko are in the arena, and looking at their roster, those are 2 subs. I don't think we've ever seen Blast play with more than 1 sub in the arena before. So, while they may have won the last matchup they had against Gravity, this is a roster that we have not seen tested against the rest of the Master Tier. I cannot confidently give you a prediction because I do not know what's going to happen here. We have not seen these players in the arena together. We have not seen a matchup like this happen just yet. So I'm super excited, for this match, and also just to see who the 4th Blast player is going to be. Currently in the arena, it is Boop, Weeladdie, and Lone Gecko. So out of Beaver, Dark, and Nillywick, who is going to be playing? Because that will impact how this team plays.
Yeah, and I like to think that at least when you get up into the seating where Blast and Gravity are, that they do try and put practice into their subs as well,
Absolutely.
So even though these subs are coming in here, I do anticipate them to still put on a good show. And we say subs, but again, I feel like at this stage, any one of these 6 players on the roster is capable of syncing together as they should be, because they practice it in scrims. They bring these people in throughout different rounds. Beaver is our 4th for Blast. What do you think about that, Sai, before we get into this first round?
I think this is going to be an incredible game. I mean, Beaver, we have seen his face before on several teams. We know he's a very reliable player, so that is that is going to be great. Any of the players that could have come in into the fourth would have been great for Blast. It is just a matter of whose play style are you bringing in with you with this roster that we have just not seen before. And you're right. You're completely right. I hope when I mentioned that Weelati and Lone Gecko were subs, I hope I did not mean to come across as condescending for those players at all, because they are still super incredible players. I don't doubt their skill. My only question is are they going to have the same chemistry level as their main roster? Because it's EU. The meta is stacks. The meta is chemistry, getting together quickly, identifying where those stacks are going and sending the passes there. So if you're not completely on point to the same degree as your starting roster, it will show a little bit. And will Gravity be able to capitalize on that?
Makes me wonder what the Blast roster was just the previous round, where they did come out successful. Because maybe this is what they had before, and they're just going to stick with the same four that they've been finding success with this afternoon. We're going to find out which team finds success as we dive into our first joust of round one here, and we'll see who comes out on top. And so far, it's looking like it's bouncing around inside the zone of... oh gosh, who's on the blue side? Team Gravity.
Yeah, it is. Blast moving in now with some time. They've got some good quick passes coming in as they're zipping that disc around the zone. Quick passes, not holding onto it for very long, getting a lot of velocity on them, and moving in here around the shoulder is going to be Beaver putting that one in. Beaver last into the server, but first onto the scoreboard as Blast is going to jump up 2-0 here. And yes, since we couldn't put it on stream, Blast did win their game 2-0 against Dauntless, but they were two very close games. Blast took round 1 19-3, and then round 2 13-12. So Dauntless put up a very good fight there. So Blast is definitely going to have their hands full moving up here to what should be a much tougher opponent in Team Gravity.
Yeah, Team Gravity beating their opponent, Men 2-0. We talked about Men being a powerful squad in that pre-show, and so both teams coming in off of hot wins, feeling good. Neither one obviously wants to go down into that loser's bracket where you have a chance of ending your season and being eliminated from this from the finals. The winner here moves on to the semis, so it's a big match, and there's a big pass to Baguette for 2. Tied things up to a piece here. But like I said, Offbeat, this is maybe when the pressure gets even more onto your shoulders, into your chest, that adrenaline starts to pump, because you win this, you're moving on to the semis comfortably.
Oh yeah, very comfortably. This is absolutely the biggest game. You lose a lot if you lose this game, because suddenly the road becomes much harder. You have more you need to play and more you need to win, more chances to mess up. And so, yeah, Gravity is moving in here. They're going to get that clear, but aren't able to get the stack down in time as Boop is going to pick that one up on the back line and is going to clear it up through the tunnel. Lone Gecko with the disc now, looking to decide, are we going to push? Are we going to send it back? Decide, no, we're going to send it back. And there's going to be a reset back through the tunnel, but teammates not really able to get there to collect, as that reset is going to float all the way back. In comes Gravity. Now they've got a couple players. Oh, that one, maybe a pass, maybe a shot. Neither working out, though, as that is a missed opportunity for Gravity, that one that may come back to bite them.
And there it is. The steal finally goes into the hands of Blast. That tiny miss pass does get the disc down into Gravity's zone and prevent that pressure from mounting onto Blast, as they were certainly getting, I wouldn't say, there were a lot of pressure applied into their zone, as they are now trying to set up an offensive here, but that clear ends up going right into the hands of Gravity, and now into the hands of Viatrax. They're going to try and pass their way up to the front. Another bit of a missed pass goes wide, bounces up to the top of the zone. The goal's open as the goalie dove for that missed pass, and it ends with an open 3 from Baguette. 5-2 for Gravity.
That was a painful misread. Very, very big punishment for missing that one, and Gravity is absolutely ready and willing to apply that punishment, as that goal was left open, and yeah, Gravity will absolutely convert that into a 3. Doing a good job of making sure they got the 3 out of that one, because every point matters here in what's expected to be a very close game. So when you have the chance for it, you got to make sure you're getting those extra points on the board. As is Baguette now, who's going to be turning it up ahead to Viatrax. Viatrax is going to get that one cleared in. That's going to bounce up off the shield, waiting for the stacks to come back, as all the stacks are kind of slowed up. JBLB with the steal, looking at that open goal. Oh, it's going to miss. Bounce back down below, and that one could hurt, but JBLB still getting the disc back, moving around on the boot. Not a lot of pressure. Ding off the post. Another one just wide. Baguette is going to grab this one, and they'll reset it all the way back.
A couple of tough missed shots there, an open three, a ding onto the inside corner, but still into the hands, and Baguette assesses the situation, sees a gap in coverage, and capitalizes on what is an open goal three. Defense dove out to get aggressive on what they assumed was going to be a pass. They had no anticipation that a three was going to be coming there with the pressure that Baguette had on them. But there it is, right through that hole that gets exposed, and now it's 8-2, great Team Gravity.
Yeah, great job by Baguette to make that space and to open up that lane for the shot. As here comes Gravity back on the stack to pick that clear up from Blast. Good move there from Baguette. Ball, but is going to turn it over to Beaver with the pass afterwards. And Blast is going to choose to reset this one back. This time successful on the reset. And it is Lone Gecko moving in with some space. Has an open teammate up high in the sky. That's Beaver. And Blast is going to slow this one down. They're going to make these passes. They're going to wait for their teammates to kind of move up into the zone and then try and pick them apart in the bubble. As it is now up to Weeladdie. And Weeladdie is going to reset this one back. They've got all of their players in the zone. They've moved it up. Boop is passing it up to the shoulder. Weeladdie is going to lose it. Viatrex doing a good job to get that read, get the steal, and get the clear.
Looked like a player-on-player defense there from Team Gravity, really limiting the passing options from Blast as they try and set up on their offensive push, and ultimately gets their interception, and now another offensive setup here. And we're seeing a similar defensive style, again, player on player, as these teams try and push up, but that ends up with an open goal, and what a great time for Beaver to decide to dip back, gets back to the goal in time, able to scoop up that backboard shot, take a shot of their own on the goal. That nearly goes to the mail slot shot, but doesn't. Still, though, into the hands of Blast as they continue their assault here and keep the pressure on Gravity. They need some points right now as we get into the back half of this round.
Yeah, right now it's just they've got the possession down, but it's a matter of turning possession into points. And Boop is going to do that, coming in covered. Not a lot of space. The defense was fairly ready for that one, but it was a good, accurate pass, and Boop is going to turn that one into points as they cut this lead 2-4 now with 4 minutes left on the clock. Team Gravity still comfortably holding that 4-point lead, a critical 2-score lead, and we'll see what they have up their sleeves now as JBLB is going to send that one down low to Vitrax as Gravity predictably is going to look to slow this one down. They are playing with the clock advantage, so they're going to maximize that as much as they can. JBLB down in the trench is going to move this one up to Trap, and then is going to back that one out because there's not a lot of pressure coming in from Blast. And Vitrax finally going to move this one in. They're sending it to the Sky Trench, but the pass is off, and Blast is going to grab this one right back.
The urgency is not on, well, I say that, Gravity, but now it is for them to score because they have this 2-point lead. Even if that 3 did go in, that does go in, they still have the lead, and so now they go into their offensive joust. 3 minutes left. Now the urgency settles in for Gravity. Things get a little bit more dicey. A 1-point lead, obviously not something that you can get comfortable with at all, and so we'll have to see how the offensive joust works out for them. Either way, Blast with a big point there, something they really needed to equalize this. Otherwise, it could have been Gravity running away with round 1 in terms of momentum. Instead, we're into the 3 minutes, the final 3 minutes of this round, and it ends with Blast and an intercept off the offensive joust. A shot potentially off the trench. No, it gets scooped up by Boop. Still results in 2. Still puts Blast up by 1.
Boop with a nose for the goal so far. 7 of these 9 points all going the way of Boop 90. Doing a great job of sniffing those out and putting them in, as Blast now with 5 unanswered points has taken this lead back. Actually, it's probably a little more. I think it's more along the line of 7 unanswered points. As Gravity, they've been slowing it down possibly a little too much. I think they've been playing with the lead here for a bit, and they decide, you know what, we're going to slow down, but they slowed it enough that they got away from what was working for them initially. As Blast now has taken the disc back and are looking to see if they can extend this lead with 2 minutes on the clock. It's sent to the back line where Boop is going to fake a pass, make an actual pass to an open teammate down below. Lone Gecko with a good amount of space looking for a teammate. Oh, going to miss that cut, but that's fine. It's back in the hands of Boop, and Boop is just going to back this one back up to Bowtie.
Nice pass up to the top of the bubble, looking for the attack. A good cross down to the center of the zone, and there's a big intercept coming in from Scuffed to analyze that setup behind the bubble. Really good job on defense, on goalie, to prevent that from going in, and it ultimately leads into now Gravity on the assault in a moment that they need to be on the assault. We're a minute and a half left, getting danger close to mathematical time, and they need to put at least 2 here to put themselves into a comfortable position. There's the cross, and there's the 2. a great dive from the defense to try and intercept that, but maybe a bit of an overcommitment as they go a bit past their Viatrex there, and ends up with now Gravity with their hands on the lead. But again, not a lot of time left to defend.
Yeah, you could tell they were eyeing Viatrex all the way in, saying like, as soon as Viatrex gets here, that is going to be a great pass. Just need to hold on until then. And they do, and they take that lead back with a minute to go. As Blast now with the disc there, the onus is on them now to score, and they are going to lose that one initially. The disc is going to float loose as some stuns from the Gravity stack is going to do a good job and apply some pressure. Beaver is forced to retreat, but Blast doing a very good job of holding on to possession, which is probably the most important thing here, because Team Gravity has fallen back on defense. They're not going to allow any quick counterattacks. Blast is going to need to take it, and they do. They're up 11-10 now. Gravity with the last chance here to see if they can take the last lead of the game and get those last points.
An announcement coming in from the admin on Twitch. So far, LOL is leading the EU bracket predictions. I think that's kind of funny. A big LOL from me on that one. Either way, we go back into the action. 8 seconds left for Gravity to try and take this lead back. And they're into the face of Blast defense. They sink the 3. JBL in the full force of Team Gravity on the assault. Take round 1. Sigh, what an ending to what has been a great start to this series.
Oh, I need a second to recover from that 3. My goodness. 1 second remaining, and Team Gravity gets it done to take the round. What a performance. But, you know, other than those last 20 seconds, the rest of the round, the name of the game has been forcing turnovers, right? Like these are 2 very high teams. These are teams filled with names that we have seen around the league for seasons now. We know, we know that they're great. We know they can take these insane shots. They make these insane passes. We know they've got the chemistry. We know they can perform. So what do you do to counter that, right? On either team, you force turnovers. You have to force them to play off their game, and both of these teams are doing really well with that. I mean, these teams, you put them against some of the lower master teams, they don't make mistakes. There is no scuffed passes. There are no missed shots. But both of these teams, we're seeing that from them right now. We're seeing some missed shots. We're seeing some missed passes, and that's because of the pressure that both of these teams are managing to put on each other, whether it be through a high pressure stack running around and pressuring those midfield passes, or just, baiting some of those passes, some of those shots that aren't actually open, and then they suddenly find themselves in the lanes to shut it down. It's just, that's forcing turnovers is the name of the game right now, and who does it better is who's going to come out on top.
A absolute stellar round 1, a really good back and forth down to the wire. What will round 2 deliver? Let's see. The joust goes straight into the zone of Blast right away. Gravity trying to come out as the aggressor, and they do manage to get their hands on the disc in that battle for the disc. They can't quite get the shot off, though, with a fantastic dive from Beaver to intercept and clear the disc back into Gravity's zone.
Yeah, into Gravity zone. Gravity doing a good job of getting their stacks back, though, as they are able to pick that one up and looking to see if they can counterattack here quick with that dribble. The shot, coming in, took a little too long to line up the angle, and Blast is able to come storming through that mail slot just over the shield and to knock that one out of the way, as we still remain scoreless here, 40 seconds into that first round. Blast is going to clear this one in, but Gravity doing a good job to get back, preventing the Blast stacks from getting together. And it will be JBLB. No, that's going to be turned over, and there's an open 3, and there it is, dinging off the post as Blast unable to capitalize. It will come back out. They've got the pressure. They've got the players around the zone. Dancing behind the net is Beaver. Beaver not able to finish it, and it will get cleared out by Baguette. An incredible defensive stand there from Team Gravity.
Nearly a shot through the mail slot there from full court, but it was just a good clear that ends with Blast in control. A little back and forth passing here, a little game of catch between Beaver and Boop, but it does get intercepted. The shot there dings wide. We've seen several just barely miss from both sides in round 2 here. Maybe an indicator of those nerves coming into play, but who knows? Either way, it has been, I think, the longest time between goals, or at least before a goal has been scored in this series so far, as we almost get down into 2 minutes of scoreless gameplay.
Yeah, I love to see it because there's so much pressure here now on who will get that first one, because it will make a huge momentum difference. A couple of fakes, and Baguette is going to move that one in. Oh, wow, incredible job keeping the defenders away. with those fake passes and having the teammates available, so they're not just, oh, I'll throw it here to nowhere land. No, there are teammates there providing threats, and it enabled Baguettes to make that one look easy with the actual goal. And Team Gravity took 2 minutes, but they got their 2 points as they have the first lead of the round here.
I mean, a absolute massive pump fake that opens up that 1v1 opportunity, and I got to watch it 3 times. So really a impressive move to get that first point on the board. Still, though, we'll have to see if now the floodgates are technically open. They seem to be. Baguette says indeed they are. I open them. Here's a 3 to showcase it. 5-0 Team Gravity, and a timeout gets called because, frankly, Blast in their not their life, but their admission into the semifinals is on the line here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a huge game. That is absolutely would be the time to take a timeout, but they don't seem to be taking for very long. As we are underway, they probably just need another second or two with whatever that avails you. They probably don't need a second or two. Might have been an accidental pause. Either way, Blast is coming out here now, and they're going to see if they can get some points on the board this round. We're 3 minutes in, and Blast has yet to get on the scoreboard. Beaver looking for that reset pass is going to get it back. Nice little give and go there to get around the gravity stack, and it will be cleared down into the gravity zone. That's going to bounce away from the goalie there, but that other stack from Gravity doing a good job to get back and take that one away, not letting Lone Gecko bring that one in for an attempt.
Yeah, that certainly would have been one way to kick off your comeback with a nice open goal 3 off the backboard. But maybe this will work. A nice steal from Lone Gecko. A pass up to the top of the zone. A bit of back and forth between the team as they set up around side the bubble of Team Gravity. Can they finally get through the defense? They can't. As the shot gets intercepted by the goalie. Scuffed putting on a great defensive showcase so far this afternoon as they've made a couple of key saves that have kept Team Gravity in this series and alive, as now again Blast continues their assault with a bit of a back pass to set things up.
Yeah, Blast still holding onto the disc. They've been maintaining possession here despite a couple of chances. Oh, Scubbs is going to make a good save there, as that was not a lot of time to not a lot of time to line up that save. So little time because the shot was coming in from so close. And Team Gravity here counter-attacking. That net is so open, so much space available. And a Baguette is not going to miss that one. Baguette not missing much today. Baguette with a game-leading 15 points on the night so far. Incredible work coming in from Baguette so far. As we approach now the midway mark of this round, Blast yet to get a point.
When I heard the Baguette name yet again, I was like, man, I feel like I keep hearing that this series, and that is indeed the case. As you mentioned, 15 points so far in this series, and not looking good for Blast. They could be heading down into that elimination zone in really just a few minutes here if they can't manage to at least stop the bleeding and put 1 or 2 on the board. The assault here may get exactly what they need, may start the patching process, the bandaging process, as they manage to get that 2 on the board, cut the lead down to technically a 2-goal lead, and maybe now they've patched the floodgates, they've fixed their wounds. We'll see if they can mount a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have seen on this stream a lot of back and forth gameplay, which is really interesting, considering that Echo in and of itself, just kind of in a bubble, tends to be a very momentum-driven back and forth game. Teams will get little runs here and there. We'll get 7 points one way and then a run back the other way for a team if they look to take the lead, right? But we have seen a lot of just back and forth, 1 goal each way coming in here today. And it's now that we're back to this, it's time to see if Team Gravity, or see if Blast can start to chain a few together of their own, because they do need to start chaining them together if they want to make a comeback here. They can't just keep trading back and forth. And Team Gravity is looking here to kind of see if they can stop that and answer back with some points of their own. As coming in, it is going to be the entire Blast defense getting back and preventing the Team Gravity attack, as Blast now 4 minutes left on the clock. Only 5 points behind, but they're going to need to get some of those points soon.
There's a rare mistake there that Blast almost capitalized on, but like you said, they just keep trading in the zone of Team Gravity with possession, and they really need to get set up into the Gravity zone, which just hasn't happened very often. You have interceptions like that end up with Gravity pushing right back into Blast, and finally maybe Blast can get something going here as they just try to get out of the midfield. Everybody manages to get down into Gravity's zone, albeit they don't manage to get that pass and get the setup. Gets cleared back into Blast, and hey, this works for Gravity. They're fine playing a game of catch. They're fine moving back and forth in the middle of the arena.
Oh, absolutely. It's what they it's their absolute ideal, honestly, other than, you know, obviously scoring tons of points. But this is exactly the style of game they want to be playing right now in what's been, you know, a relatively low scoring couple of rounds here. As now it's going to be Lone Gecko with some space looking for a pass, is going to miss on that cut. Oh, and that one hurts as it is going to be picked up now, and Gravity is going to get that one cleared out. Blast, those chances close to the goal haven't been happening a ton, and to not hit them when they're there is going to hurt as Gravity moves in with that 3-on-2. Scuffed is going to put in the 3, and Blast is on, I don't want to say death watch, but they're very close. They need to start getting something together here, or it is going to be all over for them.
There's going to be a nail in a coffin soon here, and we'll see if it is nailed by Team Gravity or if Blast can try and push on to a round 3. They certainly have the capacity to, the skill set, the knowledge to be able to push through here and connect with some good passing. It's just got to take that connect with the good passing to happen. They cannot get through the midfield past this defensive duo from Team Gravity. It's been proving to be very disruptive to their entire offensive plan. It keeps Gravity on the offensive, keeps Blast from being able to really set up, and as I say that, an open 3 gets denied by a very fast Gravity stack.
Oh, that was through the mail slot. That would have been a good 3 if not for that stack coming back from Gravity. Incredible job to keep Blast still down to only 2 points over the entire duration of this game, as we're now 8.5 minutes in. An 8-point lead. It is starting to become a little bleak for Blast. They do need something very quickly now, but Gravity is not letting that happen. They've got the disc, they've got possession. Oh, a great little stun there as they'll take the shot. It will be saved, but with 1:15 left on the clock, it's gonna be a little too late, even if Blast does get something here, which they're not. Vitrex is sitting in the tunnel. Vitrex is gonna stop that clear, and they're gonna turn this one right back around the other way. Scubs with a nice duck, a second duck. Ooh. Not enough. Won't be able to finish that one. Blast will get the clear.
Try to get fancy, work it behind the back, couldn't quite do it. Blast, like you said, gets the clear, gets the setup onto the attack. The few of many, but there's another great save that gets scooped up by the likes of Team Gravity. Scubs again playing some key elements in that defense, really been denying the momentum from getting out of control for Blast. And Gravity, like you said, going to be moving on here off of this round. It dawns on me offbeat that we could have a Gravity Vertigo at the very least semifinals, let alone potentially a finals if either one of these teams works through the losers bracket. So there is a very interesting couple of games set for ahead of us for tomorrow that I'm already starting to think about off of what is going to be a Gravity win, as again they just tick down this clock and buy their time, eventually securing the second round in a row, and that will be not it for Blast. Again, they'll move down to challenge, I believe, Dauntless in the losers bracket. We'll be following down into that losers bracket off of this match, so we'll get to see an elimination round soon enough, but not yet. Sai, we have a winner here. It's Gravity. They're advancing to the semis. Overall, though, a great series.
Yeah, overall a very good series, and if I could get Martin III in the booth with me right now, I'd appreciate it, because he's commenting in chat exactly what I've got written down on my notepad of stuff to go through. It's interesting, but and I'll go through those notes. The first being, it took 2 minutes to get the first set of goals on the board, but after that, you called it out directly. Once those floodgates were opened, that was it. I mean, Gravity running away with it. Look at that final score. They let Blast score 1 time that entire round. And how did they do it? Well, Gravity has mastered the bubble defense. Blast had opportunities. They got into the bubble a couple of times, but Gravity just killed it and shut them down every single time. Blast just was not able to execute in the way that we normally see them execute. And, why is that? Well, another of Martin III's comments. They had essentially a whole different roster. We talked about it at the beginning of this game, but, Wee Laddie and Lone Gecko, fantastic players. It just was not the same, team flow play style that we normally see from Blast. And that was highlighted in this game against, another titan of a team like Team Gravity. So, Team Gravity just putting up such a stellar performance, but Blast struggled to find their footing under that amount of pressure.
Taking a gander at the overall bracket here this afternoon, you can see we've been through quite a bit of high-tier EU Echo Arena action. Round one, we started the day with Koi taking the series against Typhon, Dauntless being the surprise element there, beating team. I don't think too many people saw that as the start for the Dauntless squad. Either way, moving on to Challenge Blast, where they had a tough time. Blast is going to be moving down into the losers bracket, losers round 2, which is where we will be headed on this channel, as well as Echo Arena _VRML2. So we will be covering the losers bracket round 2. That we will be getting 2 teams eliminated, the final 2 teams eliminated out of today's games, and then tomorrow we will start with losers bracket round 3, move into the semifinals, and eventually we'll get down into a finals matchup for season 5, which I am already, I'm thinking potentially Gravity Vertigo. I mean, wouldn't that be a storied battle, Si?
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely would be, given the famous Vertigo Team Gravity split that happened earlier in this season. Vertigo, born out of some of the players from Gravity. To see those 2 teams come together to play a match on the biggest stage that Echo Arena has to offer would truly be something else.
We have to cut to a brief intermission as we get ready for our next game, though, so don't go anywhere. When we come back, I believe we're moving on to. Am I right
that
on?
One that is going to be Dauntless versus the winner of Men and Typhon, which is going on right now on VRML 3.
Okay.
They are in round 3, but Men are up 15-2 currently, so it looks like we will very likely be seeing Men and Dauntless here.
Interesting. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what we get. But again, one more round left ahead of us here, and we'll get to see a team get eliminated live on this channel. So don't go anywhere. When we come back, more Echo Arena Season 5.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Offbeat, and I am joined by our newest addition to the Master Division. This is Dauntless. They are here for our Echo Arena Finals. Guys, how are you feeling about Finals this week?
Woo! Yes, guys!
Yes, guys!
Yes, guys!
Awesome, awesome. For everyone who watched Challenger Cup knows, you guys just lately got into the Master League in an insane fashion. What was that tournament like for you?
Oh, crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it started off pretty rocky, but, you know, we kind of picked it up after the Typhon loss, you know, clean slate on the second day, and we had the target, and we decided to go straight for it. And it ended up going well. 3 in a row.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Danmac, or Mandak, or Macman, or what is going on? Who are you? What's going on? Cut through the BS.
So, for Challengers Cup, obviously, a few people might know, unfortunately, the Facebook account on this one got hacked, and I was completely logged out. And so, asked VRML, they were like, use a different account, but just make sure you change your name. So Mandak was born, and that is now my Challenger Cup persona, you know, like changing my alter ego. And now I've been on Oculus support with Zinedine, the legend. Big up Zinedine, and he's got me my account back. And so we're back. Big shout out to Zinedine, by the way.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Guys, have you been doing any sort of special prep, or like now that you've made it through the Challenger Cup, is there any specific things you're practicing or teams you're looking at to prepare for finals?
I mean,
I actually think men is our biggest rival, or closest, because normally we scrim men and we're quite close with them. Sorry, I'm up to date. But I feel like
so it's We're working on. We're gonna get our stacks faster. We're gonna get everything amazing. QB's amazing. We're gonna get everything perfect. Let's go.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. And lastly, guys, why should we be cheering for Dauntless? Why should Dauntless be the one that everyone is jumping in the chat supporting this week?
Because we're from Bradford, underdogs.
We're from Bradford, and we love Mr. Chef Dave.
Mr. Bradford. Chef Dave. Yes, and we got Sussex. Did you? Oh, we got Sussex. The biggest clutch player on the planet. That's why you should support.
Come on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Offbeat. This has been Dauntless. Enjoy the finals, everyone.
Yes, guys.
Yes, guys.
Yes, guys.
Yes, guys.
Welcome. This is T-Tao Gaming with Team Men with all caps. How do you guys feel about for the upcoming finals?
We are feeling good. We just had a really good game against Blast in the last week of the season, and we're feeling pretty confident. Had a little bit of a setback, but that's all right. We're still feeling pretty good about it.
Easy win, basically.
Yeah.
Easy win. Awesome. Like, tell us a bit more about how you were sharing with me before about your secrets about prepping for this finals. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, Dominic, why don't you?
Yeah. We just ate raw eggs.
Just raw eggs, a strict diet,
Yeah.
right? With the shell, correct?
In a
strict
cup,
swallow them.
Down
Yeah.
it.
No, you just just swallow the egg.
Just swallow the whole egg.
But I think Steph did it wrong. I think we should.
Nah.
I didn't keep the shell on. I didn't keep the shell on. I should have
See, okay. Yeah, so for anybody that wants to play finals in the next EU finals for next season, remember a strict diet of eggs with the shell on. Now, in terms of next, can you tell us a bit more about a team that you're excited to play against during this finals? Is there any teams?
But they didn't make it. So,
favorite team. I mean, if we can play against Scuffed, I think that'd be pretty fun because we played them in the first week of Masters, but we think we've developed from there. But,
for sure.
Yeah. And also double Mercy Craft.
Yeah, and
Yes.
get revenge.
Okay. Again, it sounds like you guys are ready to go. And then I have just one more question. Tell us a bit more about your Echo journey. Like, I know you guys started. I know you have Ant could tell us a little bit more. Tell us about your journey, about how you guys got to finals for this season.
Alright, I'll start. So like these guys, they've been playing for like years and probably like way more experience than me. But like I only have like the game for like a year and a half, so I feel like I've gotten really good at the game very fast. I mean that's
How
just
does a
me.
pub merchant? How does a pub merchant?
Yeah, play pubs get picked up by Hyperion and win season 3 practically.
Nice.
And then
That's way to
drop
do
out season 4.
Yeah.
And then go
Season one
Astral,
player.
and it goes to shit.
And these guys are old. These guys are older than me.
We forget about Astral. It didn't happen.
I'm too old.
All right.
You've got the special one.
All right, there's a special one right there. All right, thank you. This is Team Men with all capitals. See you guys in the finals.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Natikasen, and I'm here with the Phantoms. Phantoms, are you ready for finals?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait, man.
Awesome. Well, you've been a master team this whole season. How's that been?
I mean, we've been in Master for a long time, but that doesn't mean we've been succeeding in Master. We've had a rough season with a lot of changes, and I mean that's not even just for us as a team. We joined together as a team. I mean, Phantoms itself started out in Diamond and moved its way up to Master, and then we took over. Me and Watchdog joined into the team, but no, we didn't start out in Master, but it's a Master sort of team. I mean, Phantoms has always been in that Master sort of position.
Yeah. So, with all the hardships, what keeps you coming back to playing at this high level?
I mean, we all have the capability of playing at this level. We've played long enough at that level, so it's not exactly difficult to get to that level. It's about wanting to come back to play, and I mean, we all love the game, and I think we're bored of playing pubs. So what else is there to do but play VRML? So we're here now, and we just enjoy playing as a team. It's really fun to see organization, to see it come together, and to play in a really competitive sort of mode. But yeah,
Nice.
It's awesome, and Master's just that, but amplified.
Amplified, yeah, wonderful. Yeah, must be some different type of playing at that higher level.
Yeah, it really is.
So, Watchdog, who do you think is going to be your toughest team to face?
I'm gonna have to say Team for that one. They're pretty good. They beat us in the cycle, but we'll just beat them anyway.
Yeah, they've been quite the problem. I mean, when we played against them last, their defense was really good. I mean, we were able to make a lot of plays happen and actually save a lot of their offenses and win in the neutral game and moving up the field. But when it came to pushing into their bubble defense was incredible. And we've looked at some stuff we can do to try and get past that. We'll see if that will have worked or not.
Well, thanks so much, Phantoms. This is Naticus N, and good luck in the finals.
Helicopter out.
This is T-Town Gaming with Team Scuffed. We have some very upcoming matches for finals. We're excited for it. How do you guys feel about this finals?
Very confident.
Well, I mean, yeah, very confident. But we've only been a team for like a cycle or so. This is a fairly new thing, so we're still trying to get to grips with how every player works, how our tactics are going to go. We've been doing a bunch of scrims recently. I mean, kinda, but they've been promising at least. We're going to have some fun, definitely.
As you mentioned, just for this, this new sort of team for this season, right? Like, can you tell us a bit about your Echo journey from the start and now you're in finals?
It's been a pretty short one, so
I can
this
talk
won't
a bit
take very
about
long.
this. Like when we started the cycle, we were starting very low because we were all finding out each other, how to play. Then Alan joined, and then something happened where we just our chemistry joined, and we just started winning after winning. And then we started getting now we're top 4, so we did quite well this cycle.
Absolutely. So would you guys say the winning recipes for Alan to join the team?
He just brings happy vibes, That's the thing.
You're excited to have Alan.
He's
Alan's
extremely hyper. That's all I'm gonna say.
Extremely hyper. All right. And we're also, is there any upcoming or excited matchups for this final that you're looking forward to?
All of them. I mean, all of them, obviously, but right now, Team Gravity, they're the people ahead of us. They're the people that we need to beat to move on. So they're our main focus for the evening.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. This is Team Scuffed. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the finals.
Yes.
Thank you.
Woo!
Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Blank, and with me today I have Team. Are you guys excited for finals?
Yeah, I would say
so.
Among Us! Yeah. We're gonna win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No.
GG.
I mean, you may win, but who do you think your toughest opponent will be?
I'd say Phantoms. We'll beat him again, though.
Phantoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will
Yeah,
beat them
but-
again.
That Beaver
This is
guy.
true.
Among Us.
That Beaver guy. Definitely Phantoms.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Offbeat, and I am joined by our newest addition.
Starware. Our passion is for the future.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Echo Arena Season 5 Finals. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I am joined by my fellow casters, Offbeat and Chaotic, for an exciting matchup, the last of the afternoon, as we have more tomorrow. Men versus Dauntless. Chaotic, your thoughts on what is, well, an elimination round?
I do believe we are in for a very good game. Men have been, very consistent throughout the season. They've been in Master before. They've been playing at this level, but Dauntless are the newcomers, just came in with this last Challenger Cup. But I want to hear more about that from Offbeat, because Offbeat, you've been hyping up Dauntless all day. Tell us about them.
I have been. I got a chance to sit down with him for our interview after they did qualify through Challenger Cup. And Challenger Cup was really a bit of an incredible run there for them. They're kind of the newcomers here. Typhon kind of rolled through that Challenger Cup, but Typhon's out. Typhon's been eliminated here, so all we have left kind of from that end is Dauntless, and Dauntless really, really performed well, and they were a lot of fun to watch. And most importantly here today, they've continued that. Obviously, they had a very, very tough match against Blast just now, which we weren't able to see on stream, but it was Blast, the number 2 team in the league, and they were, I think the 2 games there was a 5-point difference and a 1-point difference. So Dauntless absolutely has been holding up there, and they took out Team here in their opening round to get themselves here to this to that challenge against Blast. So I'm very excited to see. I think they're absolutely punching above their weight class here as the number 10 seed coming in against the number 6 men. Men obviously favored here, but I would not be surprised if we see a heck of a fight come in from Dauntless.
Yeah, again, going to be an exciting elimination matchup, and one with a bit of a story there, as we are going to see if the dark horse of Dauntless is going to be able to come out on top here and continue their push through another loser's bracket. It's all going to come down to this as we get ready to dive into round number 1. We'll see Offbeat in between rounds. For now, it's you and me, Sai, for the action-packed joust. And we'll see who gets the advantage. It looks like goes into the hands of Itris first, and what an early attack, a quick pass up, and the slam dunk from Danmac. Dauntless are off to the races, side.
Yeah, Dauntless wasting no time getting on the board. They are hungry. They are ready. Danmac putting in that 7 seconds into this game. But, there's the whole game ahead of us. There's plenty of time for men to get it going. And this is how they're looking to start with this joust advantage. It is Howler picking this one up, sending it across through the tunnel to Charlie. Good. Down low, but too slow. Not going to go in. That's going to go a little bit wide. Back into the hands of Charlie. Now over to Sir Dominic once again. And this time he will get it. There we go. Men are on the board.
You're looking at teams that have played, I think, 4 games so far this afternoon. Or 3 games already. This is their 4th. These squads are loose. They're warmed up. Their passes are connecting right now. And within the first minute, we've got a nice 2-2 game going on. And now we get to watch the offensive joust come in from the Dauntless squad. They had a good initial joust, as now they set up for the attack. They're inside the zone. There's a good cross pass and a huge save behind the goal to prevent that one from going in.
My goodness, what a save by Howler, and the tap out by Antbutt UK, but Itris is already there to pick this one up, sending it to Satori. Satori looking for that high bounce, but denied by Antbutt UK, who reads that one and picks it up. Loses the hand, though. It's Sausage over to Danmac, but Danmac not quite ready for it. Will get the tap. Oh, my. There's no way. Oh, no. That somehow connects with Satori, but Satori connects with the rim, and then the next shot goes in the hands of Howler. Oh, my goodness. The back and forth going on right now, but somehow men have kept it out of their goal and gotten the clear.
A unreal slap pass off the wall to get to a cross right through the center that then gets slapped off of the ding ring. A huge save. Now an attack. A dunk. Yes, it gets past the likes of the goalie, and Howler does it all in the last 2 or 3 minutes there with some big saves and the dunk to put men up 4-2.
Yeah, Howler really proving himself, even in just these first 2 minutes, that he is the man to watch on men. Getting it done in the goal and then getting it done with the goals. It is Idris picking this one up now for the side of Dauntless. Pass over to Satori, over to Danmac, under some pressure, gets the pass off to Sosig. Sosig doing some moves, getting some jukes in, and opens up that lane to tie this one back up at 4.
A good bit of juke work there to really get through this defense, flying underneath the cube there, getting the shot off before the stack can push out and disrupt that attempt on the goal. It was an interesting dive there from the stack on goal, but ultimately Dauntless now have tied things up. Maybe a capitalization on a small mistake on timing, but either way, that's what happens here at this high level. The tiniest mistakes result in potential goals, potential three-pointers, potential open goals, and we'll have to see if any more of those present themselves. I'm sure they will, as the pressure is on, because one of these teams is going home today.
Yeah, one of these teams is going home, but Men wants to make sure it's not them. Oh no! How? Missing that goal, but they will get another chance as that one goes off the rim once again. Men having some trouble finding the back of the net right now, and there we go. Finally, there it is. Howler to Charlie seems to be the winning combination as Charlie puts that one in for the 2.
Yeah, interesting. I don't think I've seen a dunk missed like that before, but either way, it does go a bit wide. Couple more passes that get those shot attempts, and a relentless assault from the men's squad there to get themselves that goal in. And the lead now. The slap, though, does result in a clear. The stack's here to attack the goalie, who's alone, but the back pass allows the defense to get here in time. No one's here, though. A 3v2 opportunity, a ding. Off the side there, gets the intercept and the clear down to the duo stack, who push it through the tunnel and back in to Dauntless' zone. Nearly a shot on goal, but still nothing in yet. Still nobody has hands on disc until finally it gets intercepted by the likes of Dauntless.
Yep, picked up by Dauntless, but quickly stolen away once again by Men, and then picked up again by Sosig. Sosig not able to find the clear, but does find Danmac, who gets this one through. This is going to bounce into the Men bubble. Where are the stacks? Men has overshot it. It's an opportunity for Sosig. Sosig on the wall, looking for a pass, looking for something, but no, loses the hand. Stolen away by Sir Dominic, and finally cleared on through.
A great dive and intercept there in the zone under pressure. The disc. The 3, Dominic scoops it up out of the hands of Dauntless and ends up pushing Men's lead now 9-4. A comfortable 2-goal lead here as we get into the back half of round 1.
Yep, the back half of round 1, but this is still anyone's game. You know, that is a 9-4 might look like a significant difference, but that is only 2 goals. Men are far from out of the woods yet, and you know, just like that, that's what I'm saying. A quick 3-pointer right there from Danmac has brought them back within just one singular 2-pointer. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. This is far from decided, and either team needs to put some more points on the board if they are looking to secure the win, because these teams are fighting to not be eliminated. We are in the losers bracket. These rounds, every drive is do or die if they want to stay alive in this tournament.
I'd love to get a highlight reel of near missed passes, because there has been, so far, this challenge, this whole finals has been a game of inches. Passes and intercepts that have just been so close to resulting in, you know, a denial of a 3 or a 3-pointer. And we saw one there as the stack just passed that open goal 3. The stack here doesn't get in time to that open goal 3. And we trade big goals here to keep Men in the lead 12-7, but still not comfortable, as we've seen Dauntless able to chip away at it. And a lot of time for them to take their time and work up through this lead that they're facing now.
Yeah, they might have a lead, but here comes Dauntless driving into the bubble. Sosig will not be denied. There it is, another 2 points for Dauntless. It gets them back within 3. I mean, it really feels like neither one of these teams are able to get a substantial lead to make anybody feel comfortable. It is only within a few goals at all times throughout this round, and Offbeat saying 4 goalies is not enough. I could not agree more. Oh no, oh no, here's the chance, here's the opportunity. 3 is good, we're tied up at 12.
An absolute disaster of errors coming in from men. A bonked launch and a miss QB out the gate. What a comedy of errors, truly, there, that gets Dauntless this tie game. That's going to be tough to reset from. Men really have to focus up here and keep energy going that they had at the start of this round, because right now it's certainly shifting into Dauntless's favor. They are a brand new team to master, and they almost score another 2 points. That dings off the side.
Oh my, and it manages to get through that Danmark back line player, but Sosig there for the pickup, the pass, the shot will not go in. Charlie finds himself in that lane and gets this one not quite all the way cleared out. Not just yet, but it is picked up by Sir Dominic and sent on through. Off the shield and now off the bow tie. The stack is together for Dauntless to pick this one up and send it right on back through the tunnel. Oh my, they're so fast, and there it is. There's the shot, the opportunity. Satori gonna find the long 3 to get Dauntless on top.
This is the speed here that we're seeing. It is slowly ramping up. These teams feeling out each other's patterns and pace overall, and we are exchanging big goals back and forth here. Dauntless definitely not in a comfortable position. As you see, that pass could have resulted in an open 3, but ends up bouncing wide and goes into the hands of Dauntless, and here's an open 3 of their own that ends up bouncing wide.
Yeah, bouncing wide and right into the hands of Ant, but UK. He's going to attempt to slow this one down, drawing out that pressure from Danmark before sending it on through. That's a good bounce. Sir Dominic could have the lane here. No good. Off the rim, and he will not get another opportunity. Sausage gets this one slapped out, but not cleared. And but UK with the recovery, with the drive in, looking for a pass. Takes a very weird bounce that somehow works out. The shot gets off. No good. Howler to Danmark. Oh, no, that is not what you want to see. But hey, points are points, and men just found 2 of them.
Took them a little bit to get that goal in, and now it's into the offense, into the hands of Dauntless, the leading squad. 30 seconds left here. It's going to require an aggressive defensive rollout from men. They're going to need to be into the face of this Dauntless squad. They need this intercept here, and they haven't got it. Instead, they open up the goal for a 3. They put everything they had in getting this intercept, and it doesn't result in success, and now Dauntless have guaranteed a round 1 victory in what is continuing to be an underdog story. And I'm sure when we pass it to Offbeat here as this timer ticks down, we're going to hear one excited individual. Regardless, it was a great battle here. Dauntless have a 1-round lead, Offbeat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a perfectly impartial sideline commentator here. But I did 100% endorse putting this game on the Venues channel on VR Master League, and I stand by that decision fully. This has been, no matter what you say, an entertaining game. There have been incredible plays on both sides. There have been comedies of errors on both sides, and that has just made for one heck of a viewing experience, honestly. Dauntless doing a good job of taking advantage of the mistakes that men have made, and back the other way, right? We've seen a lot of quick counterattacks here resulting in 3s. These teams are moving very, very quickly when they get the disc. They are accurate with their 3s. A couple that have dinged away, but for the most part, these teams have been incredibly accurate with their 3s and have just the quick transitions to quick goals have been really incredible to watch. And, you know, an incredible job of turning these and getting them quickly before the defensive stacks can get back. Right now, the offensive stacks are moving just a little bit faster than the defensive stacks on both sides. It's why we've seen these back and forth 3s so far. Honestly, not a lot of time to see teams actually get set up in the zone and see that. I'm interested to see if we see a little more of that develop here in this second round. But as is, men, they were the favorites coming in here, but they are going to have to win 2 rounds in a row now if they want to stay in the running here.
It is down to the wire. The elimination round for men, the continuing on of Dauntless's Season 5. If they can take this next round, they get a good offensive joust there with an initial push, but it gets cleared back over into Dauntless's zone, and that open 3 goes a bit wide. Howler able to come out of round 1 strong, but round 2 here not able to connect on what could have been a great start for their team. Either way, a good bit of passing work does get Howler another opportunity, and they will connect with that second shot.
They will connect and get themselves on the board. That is what you want to see if you are men, because, you know, as we've just talked about, they dropped that first round. So getting the first points of the second round is going to be a super little bit of momentum for them. But here come Dauntless. A great stack play coming through, but it is read by the backstack of men. And here they go. Open lane for Charlie, and he don't miss those. That's going to get men on top by 5.
Oh no, or oh yes, depending on who you're rooting for. But men do put up a nice 2-goal lead very early, within 1 minute's time at that. And, well, round 2 definitely has a different feel than the start of round 1 did, where Dauntless were much more in, at least, the energy here. Another bit of a bounce pass inside the tunnel that does still keep the disc into the hands of Dauntless, but almost an overturn there. That could have been bad news for, again, the second joust of Dauntless. But either way, they've successfully worked their way into the zone of men. A good shot on goal there, goes wide, a pass to the back of the bubble, and a good stun on goal. He allows Danmark to guide that in for 2 and get Dauntless on the board in round 2.
Yep, there we go. Some really needed points from Dauntless to get themselves on the board and prevent men from going on a scoring run that they cannot recover from. But, you know, with still 8 minutes left on the clock, this is anyone's games. These are just the first few points as they feel each other out in this in the second round, excuse me. And what an almost shot there from Dauntless. That's not quite going to work, and that cross pass won't either, as it is read by Howler and slapped away.
Wow, they had maybe 1 or 2 chances there for an open goal 3, but just weren't able to lock in and capitalize on it. Here, though, with a great cross pass from Danmark to Satori, gets the Dauntless another 2, a 1-point lead for men. That pressure right back onto the shoulders of this 4-man squad.
Yep. Some awesome work being displayed by both of these teams. This round 2 proving to be just as much of a nail-biter as the first one. I mean, neither team quite able to pull away with a solid lead just yet. And what a bounce pass, getting it over that stack and then across to Charlie through. Oh my goodness, what a play, and it doesn't quite work out. How unfortunate, but what a pass by Charlie to Sir Dominic. Sir Dominic going to have another opportunity, and this time he will be denied once again. Itris with a huge save and a huge clear through.
Really fortunate bit of events there, but also great save to cap off those fortunate sequence of events. And another attack here coming in. That pass gets bounced a bit wide and goes back into the hands of Dauntless. A couple of botched attempts from the likes of men here so far. That one won't miss. Finally, Howler sinks in the 3, but a bit of a chaotic assault there that ultimately does push this up to a 4-point lead.
Yep, a 4-point lead, and I mean, still not quite comfortable. Here we are 4 minutes into this game, but not going to be good enough if they want to hold off Dauntless. They need some more, and they're looking for it. Oh my, a stop by Danmark, the pocket pick, but it is quickly back into men's possession as they get this one sent through into the Dauntless end. Who's it going to be? Itris getting it stolen away from Charlie. The high pass over will not connect. It's going to be a stack race picked up here by Sir Dominic, sent through down low into the bubble. Who's going to be there? It's Satori getting the grab just in time before it bounces in off the backboard.
Wow, what a wild trade of possession there in the midfield and down at the zone of Dauntless. Still no goal scored, but time ticking away, which works for the leading squad here. An open goal 3 through mail slot will also work, as now they put up an 11-4 lead. Dauntless losing the opportunity to close out this series now, and quite frankly, if men can keep riding this momentum, round 3 may find itself as difficult as this is right now for Dauntless.
Yeah, men really finding themselves on a roll right now. Dauntless could use some points, and maybe this is how they do it. A great dribble play into the bubble. It's Itris with one more pass to Satori, and Satori will get it from that backboard, securing the 2 and getting them back within 5.
Dauntless have come prepared, plain and simple. We saw a different rollout from what we've been seeing from them really all series there, and it opens up what was a great dribble play, like you said, Sai, and just like that, they get some energy back into their into their reserves. They go for a big intercept, and they connect with it. The full force of the offense is here, and they're going to be able to find another 2. That's a quick 4-goal swing from Dauntless. That was a great set of calculated maneuvers to get them those 4 goals.
Yeah, you know, just what I was saying earlier. Even a 5 or 7 point lead is not safe with a team like Dauntless or a team like Man on either side. It's not safe. So here we are at the 4-minute mark. It is only a 3-point difference. That is 1 goal if they can make it a 3. Down low to the hands of Sir Dominic. He's under some pressure. It will be picked off by Danmac. Danmac going to get that clear through just barely. Here comes the stack. It is Interest, and Interest will get it done. And there is the 3 to tie us up.
Come on, the backboard 3 to take that shot and understand that they couldn't go for the shot to the front of the goal because the stack would be able to get there and intercept it in time. What a great play overall, and Dauntless have absolutely come back here in round 2. Plenty of time left for these two teams to duke it out against each other, but just like that, the lead from Men gets erased.
Yeah, Men worked so hard to get that lead going, and to lose it like that cannot feel good, but they've got more time, and this is good. Sir Dominic, 18 meters out, 18 meters a second, gets them back on top by 3. Men are not looking to go down here. They are fighting for this round 3.
Seeing a big way of risk-reward here, really, this afternoon, where these teams are playing so aggressive on defense that they simply are just opening up the opportunity for these open goal 3s, and they are being capitalized on. Here we're seeing the similar rollout that worked out for them last time. Again, another dribble up into the zone, and a great intercept. Sasig absolutely clutch there, but it's just the 2. The lead still into the hands of Men. They're going to go on the offensive joust. They're definitely going to want to burn some time down here, and at the very least, get another 2 points in here to push this to a 3-goal lead.
Oh man, I can't. Oh my. Men coming out of the tunnels with just a 1-point lead. That is another Scuffed joust, another opportunity. Danmac sending this one in off the backboard into the hands of Itris, and Itris, you know he don't miss those from 3 meters out. He's going to get Dauntless back on top by 1 point.
Dauntless are on track to eliminating Men right now in this series. If they can maintain this lead for another 2 minutes, Men will be out of competition here in Season 5. An absolute underdog story in the making, but can they make it happen now? As a big intercept here connects, but a bad pass keeps things into the possession of Men. They're going to continue their progression forward here into the zone of Dauntless, and some good coverage here as Dauntless is fully set up to disrupt this, and a bit of miscommunication there, a back pass that almost results in a full clear as they brawl for disc space inside the zone of Dauntless, still into the hands of Men as they continue their assault. Now another good 3 push, but a great intercept and a clear down the tunnel.
Cleared down the tunnel, bouncing down low. It's going to be a race. Picked up here by Sasig. Sasig lining up that pass to Danmac. Off the post, doing some moves. Takes the shot on 3 goalies. Rather bold and does not work out for him. But this one does not either. Satori firing off that shot from the backboard. A tough angle does not quite work. Yet another race. Slapped away. Down low. Read by the backstack of Men. They're racing through the stacks together. The lane is open. Howler gonna get this one picked up, but not quite shot as he sends this one across over to Ant Butt UK. Ant Butt UK looking up high. It connects with Charlie 13, but he's going to get his pocket picked by Itris.
45 seconds left. The pressure is on. Howler maybe second-guessing taking that shot because they've missed a few open 3s already this afternoon, but who knows? Regardless, it keeps Dauntless in possession, and they have the disc space here. They're ticking down the clock. They have a 1-point lead, but for how long can they hold on? Charlie's trying to get into position to fire on goal, but they have someone waiting. That open 3 is not going to be an option, and it looks like Men are committing to one final push. They're burning this clock down to not allow Dauntless to come back, but a steal will result in Dauntless burning this down to 10 seconds. Still into the hands of Men as they try and battle for possession inside the zone of Dauntless. Looking to eliminate the men's squad. One final assault here, and it goes wide. Another shot that pings on the low end. Dauntless are our champions of at least this series. They will eliminate Men and continue to move on through the losers bracket. Offbeat, what did we just tune into?
Oh my goodness. Dauntless came in here with a strategy that like you were saying before, it's risk reward, high risk, high reward. They were playing so much of this game with those 2 stacks flying down and just relying on the fact we're going to get an interception and we are going to get points off of it. It's why we saw a couple of come from behind victories here, right? It's because they put themselves at risk for those open 3s, which men were absolutely taking advantage of. But when it worked, it worked. We saw some incredible runs as Dauntless, undaunted by their loss against Blast. They come in here, they fall behind in both rounds. They come back from those with a couple of incredible runs in both rounds. Excellent game. Men were kind of just playing this whole game around what Dauntless gave them, right? Men, because they didn't often have time to set up their own stuff or run their own plays. It was all like, did Dauntless succeed in their plan? If not, we get the counterattack and we score quick. And that's just kind of the nature of how Dauntless's game plan worked. It was going to be in their shoes if they won it or not. And at the end of the day, that's how it ended up being. Dauntless played well enough. They ran the risk there and they came out here with quite the amazing underdog victory.
Yeah, that was quite a cap here to what has been an absolute stellar day 1 of the EU finals. A reminder that day 2 begins tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 p.m. PST is when the games will be live. We'll have a little pre-show again like we did where we'll discuss our 4 advancing teams who are Vertigo, Team Gravity, Dauntless, and who is the winner of our other match. We can take a look at the bracket, but yeah, we're still waiting for Blast and Koi, or is that game finished here?
Oh, no, Blast and Koi and Team just finished playing, and Koi took that one. So still left in the losers bracket is going to be Scuffed, Dauntless, Blast, and Koi.
Interesting. Well, like I said, plenty of games still left ahead of us tomorrow. And again, we'll have eventually 1, 2, and 3 crowned at the end of the day tomorrow afternoon. So you do not want to miss that action. That will be right here on this channel. We'll also have one game at the start of the afternoon live over on twitch.tv/Echo Arena _VRML2 if you want to have multiple streams up and catch all of the action. But I think that's going to be it here for us on the death side. Do you have any final thoughts on what was a stellar series?
I have no thoughts. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. You know, I don't know who I would have wanted to have won a round 3, but man, did I want one. Men were fighting for it. What a game from both of those teams. That is one of the best matches I think I've ever had the opportunity to cast.
Offbeat, any final thoughts on the day before we wrap it up here this afternoon?
All I have to say is I told you so. I told you so. These guys absolutely are punching above their weight. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us tomorrow.
Yeah, a great battle here, a Cinderella story in the making. We'll have to see how it unfolds tomorrow, so be sure to tune in then. That will be it for us here on the desk. My name's Ben Nightfire with 2 E's, my co-caster Offbeat with 1, and Psychaotic with none. We will see you all tomorrow again for more EU action, so don't miss it.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.